I'm not ready to go yet, okay? I'm not ready. You gotta wait. I got shit to do. I'm in the middle of something, all right? Just hold on.
Watch your mouth or don't come in here.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, people, come on, we're adults here.
You know what? What is the point?
Yeah, we're adults here. I got a fucking Burger King fucking thing on my head. We're all fucking adults here, guys. People in my chat, 2 words. What are they? 2 words. Let me see the chat flood. Let me see the chat flood. 2 words. Okay, next caller. Please. Let's get into the meat and potatoes, which translate in American to dick and balls.
I got flip-flops. These are my flip-flops. Yeah, I really like my flip-flops because I can put them on. Because look, watch me put them on. I can put them on all by myself. Watch me put them on. Look, are you watching? Look, these are my flip-flops.
Thanksgiving Day. I remember it clearly. It was Thanksgiving Day. I was inserting myself in somebody else's fucking business as a cash grab, and you know.
This channel is harsh reality.
Karen Yak se jodió la sucia vida. Amen.
This is Jonathan Lee Riches. I have cheeseburgers. I'm gonna put cheese on them. I'm gonna make sure that I have my hamburgers because I'm a big boy now and I can make the hamburgers. My mom lets me use the stove now.
And I'm just like, wow, I like receipts, and they brought receipts. Like they had evidence to back up everything they said. And I'm like, okay, well, there's got to be another side to this, right? Like this can't. No, this is too fantastic.
Yeah, because you're not going to just jump to the conclusion that there's a conspiracy amongst cops to cover up a murder. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, cops and just like soccer moms and shit. Like that's what made it even crazier. Like,
yeah, get it, Betty. Yeah,
did you have a close relationship with your mom?
Get it, Betty.
Oh, of course, I still do.
Yeah.
My older sister was kind of sad. She was more of the prissy girl that like going
that is
and
the
getting her
best
done
shit fucking
and, shopping
ever.
for the dresses with mommy. I was the tomboy that liked playing with the people.
Shout out to Cherry for just being just easily the most faithful and loyal supporter that I've ever had. That someone could have that tenacity with loyalty. And I'm really blessed to have someone like Cherry be part of this channel and in my life. So it means a lot. And yes, I named him after Mr. T and Rocky. Say, woman. Say, woman. Say, woman. Since your old man ain't got no heart, why don't you come down to my apartment tonight and I'll show you a real man. Oh my God, I'm so in love with this little dude. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. I love you guys very, 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 very much. And we will do this again very soon, my friends. Oh, say bye. Say bye. Oh, I love you too. Give me a kiss. Oh, I love you. Bye, guys. Good evening, people. Oh my goodness, folks! I gotta tell you, man. We we got a lot to talk about. Some definitely some stuff that I did not expect to talk about. 1 second. Why can't I? Okay, that's weird. Okay. But first off, thanks for being here. Appreciate you. I have been, a lot of you have, and thank you for all the kind comments in my community post. As you can probably tell by the sound of my voice, I'm still not 100%. I'm probably at about 60, 65, but I took a very strong gummy, and so I actually feel kind of good. I'll probably pay for this a little later, and I'm going to be streaming Karen Reed's hearing tomorrow with Dr. Russell. So, but it is what it is. What are we going to do? But I got to tell you, after that amazing 12-hour stream, I got to tell you, because everybody who joined, it was completely unplanned. As far as how, I mean, it wasn't organized is a better way to put it, but it went exactly as I hoped it would go. And everybody just chimed in at their own whenever they felt they could. And it all happened so organically. And it was really, really fun. And I drank a bottle of scotch. And I started just at about midnight. And then the next day when I woke up, I felt like I got run over by a truck. And I and I have been in my bed for 5 days. I have been in my bed for 5 days. I've been in my bed since New Year's. And I've done nothing but shower and sleep and watch movies and cuddle with Clever and Drago. And I have felt miserable. And and I literally like got to a point where I got my shit got the better of me at one point. And yeah. This flu kicked my ass. But I wouldn't change a thing. I wouldn't. I would go through this flu all over again for what we did on New Year's. That was amazing. So I mean, for everybody who was there, who showed up, man, and hung out, man. And between I don't even know what the grand total was. I never really added it all up. But I know that we raised over $12,000 for Karen Reed, and I think over $3,000 for Turtle Boys Defense Fund. So over 15K. And all we did was just have these great conversations, and Nathan Reed showing up and talking, and the beautiful story that he told Tom, and just seeing Tom brought to tears was just it was a beautiful New Year's. And I wouldn't I'd go through this flu and then some, for that all over again, for sure. Because it was fantastic. Everybody just came together and it was wonderful. Made me really proud to be part of this community. I've never been more proud. So thank you guys for all of that. Yeah, man. Yeah, shit got pretty wild towards the end there, which was also expected. Yeah, no, 5K in 10 minutes, Team Brittany. 5K in 10 minutes. These fucking rotten ratchet bastards. And I say that with love. Said, oh, if we could raise $5,000 in 10 minutes, then Blair has to take his shirt off. And we had all started drinking at that point. And I mean, $5,000 in 10 minutes was like, no way, no way. So like an idiot, I agreed to it. But it happened. And then it got gift a lot on Twitter. But again, I wouldn't change a thing about that. Turtle Boy, same thing happened. And yeah, I wouldn't change a thing. We had a good time. And yeah, I was just in Attorney Melanie Little's chat, and she was just saying that Josh Levy has resigned. Here, let me pull this up right here. And that somebody in the chat was saying that the first assistant U.S. attorney, Mary B. Moraine, who has been with the Department of Justice for 16 years, will assume the role of acting U.S. attorney following U.S. Attorney Levy's departure. Huh. Okay. I mean, she's been with the Department of Justice for 16 years. So let's Google her. Let's Google her. Mary B. Moraine. Mary B. Moraine, first assistant United States attorney. Let's see, news. All right, here we go. U.S. Attorney Josh Levy announces resignation from office for mid-January. United States District Attorney Joshua S. Levy announced he will step down as U.S. Attorney for the District of Massachusetts later, serving as the attorney for the District of Massachusetts. Oh man, do I have to subscribe? Oh, fuck you. Yeah, it's making me subscribe to read that. And it's the only article that I can find. But I don't want to subscribe to that. Yeah. But this, let's see. This is her LinkedIn. Mary Moraine. That's just her LinkedIn. Okay, here we go. This is from the United States Attorney's Office. United States Attorney Josh Levy announces departure. United States Attorney Josh Levy announced today that effective January 17th, 2025,
He will be stepping down as the United States Attorney for the District of Massachusetts. U.S. Attorney Levy tendered his resignation to United States Attorney General Merrick Garland this afternoon. U.S. Attorney Levy became the acting U.S. Attorney on May 19, 2023. Levy, who was twice nominated by President Biden for the permanent role of U.S. Attorney, was appointed U.S. Attorney by Attorney General Garland in November 2024. Everybody's thinking what I'm thinking, right? As U.S. Attorney, he served on 2 subcommittees of the Attorney General's Advisory Committee, White Collar Crime and Terrorism and National Security, and was a member at the Human Trafficking Work Group. U.S. Attorney Josh Levy also served as the Northeastern U.S. representative for the U.S. Attorney community on the Domestic Terrorism Executive Committee. Serving as the U.S. Attorney for the District of Massachusetts has truly been the highlight of my career, said U.S. Attorney Levy. Every day over the past 3 years, I have witnessed firsthand the unwavering dedication and extraordinary skill of the federal prosecutors, support staff, and law enforcement partners who work tirelessly to uphold the rule of law, keep our community safe, and protect civil rights. My core touchstones as the leader of this office have been to serve with the highest integrity and commitment to pursue justice in every case by following the facts and the law without fear or favor. U.S. Attorney Levy continued, we have brought some incredibly important cases that these last 3 years that have that improved the lives of the people of Massachusetts. Excuse me. As I reflect on my tenure, I am equally proud of the thoughtful, deliberative process engaged by our team whenever making the grave decision about whether to bring federal charges to ensure it is consistent with the principles of federal prosecution. Wow. This is wild, man. Clever, get out of there, bro. Hold on, give me 1 second, folks. 1 second here, just 1 second. Okay. I appreciate your patience, folks. Under U.S. Attorney Levy's leadership, the office brought several high-impact cases, including charges in the death of Sandra Birchmore, the $650 million resolution of criminal and civil charges against McKinsey and Company for their illegal conduct in support of Purdue Pharma's marketing of opioids, and charges against 2 men for their alleged involvement in a scheme to procure sensitive drone technology to Iran, which resulted in the deaths of 3 U.S. soldiers. Under Levy's tenure, Jack Teixeira was sentenced to 15 years in prison for leaking highly classified documents, and 7 former employees of eBay were sentenced for cyberstalking a Massachusetts couple. U.S. Attorney Levy also oversaw the $574 million criminal and civil enforcement action against Raytheon for overcharging government contracts. During U.S. Attorney Levy's tenure, the office solidified its position as the most successful U.S. Attorney's office in the country in terms of False Claims Act recoveries, with over $1 billion recovered in 2024 alone. One of the most important series of prosecutions in the last 3 years. Sorry about that. One of the most important series of prosecutions in the last 3 years were brought by the newly created Human Trafficking and Civil Rights Unit. The dedicated team of lawyers, support staff, and victim witness advocates has secured convictions and lengthy sentences against 20 individuals since the unit was formed in 2022, including numerous convictions of people who trafficked minors or used force, fraud, or coercion to engage in trafficking. The office's other notable achievements under Levy's leadership as U.S. Attorney included impact prosecutions in the areas of public corruption, child exploitation, hate crimes, police accountability, fentanyl trafficking, and gun violence, just to name a few. Today's announcement marks the end of U.S. Attorney Levy's second tenure with the Department of Justice. In 1997, he served as the Assistant U.S. Attorney in the Criminal Division's Economic Crimes Unit. Levy left the Department of Justice in 2004 to become a partner at Ropes and Gray, where he served as a co-chair of the firm's 325 lawyer litigation and enforcement practice, co-managing partner of Ropes and Gray's Boston office and co-chair of the firm's Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee. In 2022, Levy was inducted into the American College of Trial Lawyers in recognition of his courtroom advocacy. Immediately prior to becoming the acting U.S. Attorney, Levy served as the first Assistant U.S. Attorney from January 2022 through May 2023. First Assistant U.S. Attorney Mary B. Moraine, who has been with the Department of Justice for 16 years, will assume the role of acting U.S. Attorney following U.S. Attorney Levy's departure. But I can't find anything on her. But that is the official statement from the U.S. Attorney's Office in Massachusetts. This is what I was reading right here, folks. United States Attorney's Office, District of Massachusetts. United States Attorney Josh Levy announced his departure. And I gotta say, man, it felt like Josh Levy since we first heard his name, and we first heard his name when those letters became very public, right? We first heard his name when those letters became very public, where Morrissey's office was trying to find out why he was being investigated. Now, we haven't heard anything about this investigation being closed. I don't think that Josh Levy not being acting U.S. Attorney anymore, I don't believe that will automatically close the investigation, right? But we have to see what this Mary Moraine. Yeah, Mary Moraine. I hope I'm saying her name right. But I'd like to know more about her. I'd like to know, like, what, like, I want to see a rundown of her the way that this is on Josh Levy here. And Cherry, you might be right. You might be right. I don't know, because I was kind of giggling there. As soon as he was appointed by Biden, it said he was appointed by Biden. I was like, okay, that. No, I did Google it, Cherry, I swear. But yeah, so I do have an idea, because now there is this Commonwealth updated notice regarding state trooper Commonwealth versus Karen Reed. The trial of Commonwealth versus Karen Reed began in Norfolk Superior Court April 16th, 2024. Beverly Cannoni presiding. Trooper Proctor testified in that matter on June 10th and 12th, 2024, and was subject to cross-examination relating to alleged conflicts of interest, communications with non-involved civilian persons regarding the Reed case, and statements regarding the defendant from which defense counsel argued a bias could be found. On July 22nd, 2024, the Commonwealth informed counsel and the court that Trooper Proctor had been suspended without pay and was the subject of an internal affairs investigation. On January 15th, 2025, Trooper Proctor is scheduled to appear before a Massachusetts State Police Trial Board for allegations of misconduct in the performance of his duties as a uniformed member of the Massachusetts State Police. Upon finding that there's reasonable grounds for discipline, the colonel of the Massachusetts State Police may immediately impose permanent discipline. The Commonwealth expects that pursuant to this course, March 20th, 2024, ongoing order pursuant to blah, blah, blah,
The Massachusetts State Police will produce all responsive reports and records pertaining to the discipline of Trooper Proctor to the defendant and Commonwealth at the conclusion of the Internal Affairs investigation. If I had read this earlier and I wasn't reacting to it, I would have read that in Michael Morrissey voice, because that was filed by Michael Morrissey, and I didn't bother to check. But I can make up for that. I can make up for that because I have a treat. I have a treat because people, we know that this man predicted Trooper Proctor's being fired. He's not even fired yet. He's just supposed to go in front of the trial board. He hasn't even gone in front of the trial board yet. So he's not set to be fired. But this man, he predicted it.
And a true townie, Mr. Gary Titus. Gary, how the hell are you? Where are you, my friend? There you go.
I'm great, Sean. How are you?
Oh, man, listen, this has been a long time coming, my friend.
Now, listen.
I'm so happy you're the first guest. You're the MC. You stepped.
That right there just threw a curveball at me, okay? Because Gary Titus is the man, okay? I don't give a shit if he's on Sean on the Gulfs. Gary Titus is one of the coolest dudes I ever talked to. I met him at the waterfall. He's a really sweet guy. And so what I'm not going to do is troll Gary Titus. I won't do it. Okay? Just want you to know. But let's listen in.
Years after that, I'm grateful to the people of Canton, anyone who used my services. It was always a lot of fun. I'm currently a new papa. I'm a justice of the peace in the state of Massachusetts, and I still host trivia 2 nights a week.
Gary, that's funny how you say it. All right. You know something? You have background on your microphone. Somehow there's feedback on your microphone, I think. Maybe the cancellation, whatever. When you say back in 19.
But Gary Titus is a fucking radio personality, wasn't he? Doesn't he know this shit?
I remember seeing you at Shenanigans back in the day. I'd come up from DC.
But yeah,
like Thanksgiving, it was
isn't
the places to go. Gary Titus was the DJ all the time, right?
Okay.
So Gary, who are we bringing up next? Whitey's in the house, by the way. Just want to let everyone know.
Oh, good.
Yeah, well, so we're going to bring.
I think the first person we're going to bring up is John Camo.
Wow, look at this, Johnny baby. What's going on, my friend?
Hey guys.
How about that?
So,
John is from the famous class of 1990, and he just recently transplanted to Attleboro.
I'm in Attleboro, Canada. I'm not in Canada. Sean, I want to get something out of the way.
Let me have it, brother. Go ahead. I know you're going to do me. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, how long you been doing this show? Probably about a year now, right?
No, March 1st of
last year.
Almost
a year.
Kill me for 3 months.
Let's see. I did a show opening for you. Yeah. I've been on the Jerks several times. Nurse Kim has invited me on. Ms.
All right, so this is what we're gonna do. Because listen, I can't troll Sean if he's got Gary Titus up there. I just can't do it. It's not in me to do it. I just can't do it. He's got Gary Titus up there, and I got too much respect for that gentleman. So, but what we will do is go over something that has been happening, and I've been watching this on Twitter, and it's fucking crazy. Let's take a look at some of this stuff here, because and this is involving Plevin, okay? Like, So last time Aiden was live, he was talking about Plevin, and how Plevin fucking lied about being terminally ill, lied about being terminal. I mean, so there's a lot of interesting stuff here that was posted by this one person who he targeted pretty much. Let me see. Okay. Okay, so yeah, let me see if I. So here's this. This is like his GoFundMe, right? So this person calls him out, right? And she says it says that to ask Kevin if you have cancer or a family member does, and you need to talk. Kevin, can we talk? Somebody would need to tag him for me. I don't think I'm able to. And then he's like, sure, we can talk. You're a putrid excuse for a human being, utterly ignorant. I have proved my diagnosis, but proof and evidence is not your bag. I could have my oncologist on the show and you'd say he was McAlbert. There's nothing in the documentation that said you had stage 4 lung cancer, mets in brain and spinal cord, right? So, like, it's crazy. People are just straight up calling him out. And he's going, and so this Biva person is really interesting. This Biva person like lays it down. Listen to this. She says exactly, and I've watched what he showed a little while ago on his live show today, and he's absolutely misconstruing it all. His GoFundMe says he has bone and brain mets, but he definitely doesn't have any brain mets. That's a lie. He'll say he's proven it now, but really he hasn't at all. He had some scans, but there was very little definitive proof. He's counting on people not knowing much about what's involved and just accepting what he said and shown today as proof. What he showed today doesn't prove stage 4. It showed that he was having tests and scans to confirm cancer. Everything he showed for the late 2018. Where is the rest of it? Stage 4 patients have regular scans. So where are all the rest of his? How often does he have scans and other restaging tests? What is or was his medicine that's kept him well for so long? He's counting on people not to push it, which they're not doing just in case it's true. I feel comfortable saying it's not, just based off what I've seen him show today and the way he spoke about it. If I'm wrong, I'll gladly apologize, but what he's put out today doesn't confirm anything much at all. So she's saying that Plevin, like, is basically saying something is proof and then showing it on the screen and saying that it says one thing, but just counting on you being too lazy to read it yourself and take his word for it, saying that it says something else, because she showed it. I want to see if it's here somewhere. Dude, but this thing goes on and on. but I want to see people clipped some of what he was saying, like she did. I know she did. Let me find her. All right, maybe in replies. Huh. Okay, so
to me, like, if I was doing that in an argument, I wouldn't do it. Not just because it's indecent, but it's kind of like if you're a kid in the schoolyard and you get in an argument and you go and someone gives a real good zinger at you, go, well, your mama smells. You just lost the argument by saying that. You know, you're just saying, I can't think of anything good, so I just said something stupid. And this is another clear sign that they just don't have a leg to stand on. To me, like, if I was doing that in an argument, I wouldn't do it. Not just
okay, so there was, man, the stuff he was saying to her was crazy. The stuff that he said to Nurse Kim was crazy. I know I reposted it. Oh yeah, and if you follow me on Twitter, I'm going to be on Lacey Jane's Twitter channel on Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. Or no, it says 7 to 9 Eastern. She posted 7 to 9 Eastern, but the thing here says Thursday, January 9th at 10 p.m. So I don't know, but I set a reminder for it. I'm sure she'll be in touch with me sometime before that. Dude, I could have sworn that I reposted that. And I can't find it now. Yeah, she's like, wow, look at the real you. Why the vicious attack on me for simply asking questions about your cancer in my 4 years? Dude, I know Nurse Kim called him out on some shit, dude. It was really fucked up what he had said. And I could have sworn that I reposted it. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know why it's like gone now. Oh, wait. Maybe it's here in this thread. I don't know. Maybe Nurse Kim took it down. But like Plevin was like going off talking about let's watch this.
do a little bit of a supplement show.
This was
Unplanned,
really
obviously, I'd
ugly.
rather wind down and go to sleep. But this is the kind of crap that you're dealing with these kind of people. I want to share this with you. All right. So you may remember, if you watched this my last live stream, there was somebody in there named Bibba. All right, who
dude, she
had paid
schooled
a
him
couple of
though.
bucks for a super chat to ask me some questions about my cancer. Now, the way I do a show is if I have a guest on, I'm not going to address questions like that until I'm done with the guest. That's just normal politeness. So I wasn't taking those questions, but apparently that wasn't enough for her. So as soon as Kate was gone, I went on and started taking on people's questions. Now, I thought falsely that this Bibba bitch was someone who had cancer or someone who knows someone with cancer and wanted to talk to someone. So I answered her questions, and then she was becoming impatient, being a bitch about it. So I said, look, I'm thinking, here's someone with cancer. I understand whatever she's going through. I said, here's my email. Give me an email. Show me a message. And I'm thinking, if it's a loved one of yours, feel free to have them reach out to me. And had this been someone who is suffering with cancer and was confused or wanted something hopeful or whatever, had they wanted to, in fact, I think she said that someone she knows is suffering from this or something. I forget the way she put it. And so my heart goes out to someone like that. So I would have taken the time out of my day to give her my number and talk to her. But this is a turtle bitch, is what she was. Okay? This is what she said. I don't think I make this big enough. You can read this. So she posts this.
The turtle bitch.
She says, all right, so first of all, someone else named R2D2.
He's so mad.
Had posted a picture of my GoFundMe, and this is someone that's claiming that I'm faking cancer. And they had challenged me. I said, yeah, we can talk. These are utterly ignorant people, but PB and 13 says there is nothing in the documentation that said you have stage 4 lung cancer. That was from 6 hours ago. So these people want me to go through every page of that. As it was, it took 20 minutes.
So you didn't show proof that you had.
So now from what I showed you today, you can see that, yes, it is stage 4. And yes, there were numerous Mets to the spinal column. Not the spinal cord, but actually to the vertebrae on the spinal column.
Dude, didn't he literally just hold on, man? Didn't he literally just fucking concede to the fact that he didn't fucking go over whether or not there was? He was like, I can't go over every page. Hold on.
But so now from what I showed as it was, it took 20 minutes. So I don't that said you have stage 4 lung cancer. That was there is nothing in the documentation that said you have stage 4 lung cancer. That was from 6 hours ago. So these people want me to go through every page of that. As it was, it took 20 minutes. But so now from what I showed you today, you can see that, yes, it is stage 4.
What?
And yes, there.
Well, dude, I don't understand, dude, how you're like, I don't.
There is nothing in the documentation that said you have stage 4 lung cancer. That was from 6 hours ago. So these people want me to go through every page of that. As it was, it took 20 minutes. But
these people want me to go through. So by saying these people want me to go through every page of that, meaning that he didn't go through every page, so he never said that. That's why she said there was nothing in the documents that said you had stage 4 lung cancer. Right? So he's going, yeah, you want me to go through every page, basically admitting that he never went over it, right? And now listen to what he says next.
But so now from what I showed you today, you can see that, yes, it is stage 4. And yes, there were.
So now you can see that, yes, it is stage 4. He's just saying it. And that's exactly what Bibba was saying in the post that I was reading earlier. That He was that he's just, if he just says it out loud, he thinks it makes it true, basically.
Numerous Mets to the spine, to the spinal column, not the spinal cord, but actually to the vertebrae on the spinal column and the ribs and many other places. So this Bibba bitch says exactly, and I've watched what he showed a little while ago on his live, and he's absolutely misconstruing it all. No, I'm not, you dumbass cunt.
Wow.
His GoFundMe says he has bone and brain Mets, but he definitely.
What happened to being like classy and, you know, like, this is the real Plevin right here, folks. I mean, dude, that's the real Plevin right there. Do you all fucking hear that shit?
So this Bibba bitch says, and the ribs and.
Hold on. You know what I'm gonna do? Fuck yeah.
Many other places. So this Bibba bitch says exactly. And I've watched what he showed a little while ago on his live. And he's absolutely misconstruing it all. No, I'm not, you dumbass cunt. His GoFundMe says he has bone and brain Mets, but he definitely doesn't have any brain Mets. Well, I just posted a picture on your thing, on your in reply there to show that. I can show it to you guys in a second. I'll just read it to you for now since I don't want to switch the screens.
You dumbass cunt.
There is a 10 to 4 millimeter sclerotic lesion within the left aspect of the clevis that appears significantly more sclerotic than on 11/1 of 2018. These are from early testing back then. So this was so 11/1 would have been the first screening.
Okay, smartass. Let's see what this mystery's all about.
And then, so this one was from February 1st, I think.
What the fuck are you talking about, dude?
Let me just scroll up.
Dude, but he has the Twitter page pulled up. Why doesn't he share what he's looking at? Now, unless he doesn't want to dox certain personal information, I get that.
6th.
I get that.
So from February 6th, it says there is a 10 to 14 millimeter sclerotic lesion.
Today, Junior.
Significantly more sclerotic. The extracranial soft tissues are unremarkable. The orbits and globes are unremarkable. The visualized.
So your brain is medically unremarkable. Got it.
Paranasal sinuses and the mastoid air cells are clear. Impression overall. Subtle contrast enhancement along the posterior aspect of the right frontal sulcus appears slightly smaller and less vividly enhancing than on the contrast enhanced scan of November 1st, 2018, most likely reflecting interval post-treatment. That means the medicine is working. Changes to an enhancing leptomeningeal lesion. All right, that's what a metastatic lesion
Get
is.
the fuck out of my face with
You
that shit, dude.
dumb idiot who says
A
she's
lesion
a
does
nurse.
not
will
mean you're
say,
fucking it, that it's cancerous,
please
dude.
note that the MRI of the brain is more sensitive, so I don't get MRIs. And then that's the first one. The second one, a sclerotic lesion within the left aspect of the clevis.
Dude, this guy claims, here's the thing, dude. Now, I'm not a doctor. You know what I mean? I'm not a doctor, so whatever. Everything that I say, take with a grain of salt at best. But the thing is, man, I've seen people die of cancer, dude. More than once. I've seen it happen. And this dude, like, I've seen what stage 4 cancer fucking looks like. You know what I mean?
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
I think we got a super dad. Super dad. I think we got a super dad. Super dad. Super dad. Super dad. Dad, 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 dad. I think we got a super dad.
How dare you? Thank you so much, Lana Lou. Plevin's a cunt. Pass it on. Happy New Year, Will. God bless you. Yes, Plevin.
Twat.
Or a twat. Twat. Thank you so much. Yes, cancer is fucking terrible. Like, I've seen people dying of stage 4 cancer, dude. Like, and let me tell you, dude, what he claims is that he had it in his brain and then it spread to his bones. Like, there's no fucking way. Like, what cancer does is it eats you alive, dude. There's no fucking way that that guy sitting there on a fucking diet of fucking Twinkies is in that good a shape and he just fucking beat it. And this BIPA person, man, she was making a good point. Or was it lung cancer? Is it lung cancer or is it, dude, lung cancer? He wouldn't be able to fucking stage 4. He wouldn't be able to fucking breathe, dude. Like, there's no fucking way that those many years ago, he just, you know what I'm saying? And he says that he like fucking Lali in Carlito's Way. What? I just beat it. That's all. I just beat it. You know, how you beat that shit? How you beat cancer, stage 4 cancer? I don't know. I just beat it. That's all. I beat it. What do you mean? There's no way. Like, he doesn't have, and he doesn't have the stuff. I'm going to just say that shit. Plevin doesn't have the stuff that it takes to beat stage 4 cancer. You know what I mean? Like, of that magnitude to where it just fucking eats you alive. He doesn't have it, dude. He doesn't have that shit in here. Like, he knows it too. That's why he's always so, always trying to sell it as much as he is. oh, I'm taking on a mob all by myself. I'm taking on a mob all by myself. He's only doing that because he's so insecure, because he knows that this is the kind of guy that he is. Like, I mean, Turtle Boy made a good point. He started a GoFundMe for himself. And even in the GoFundMe, he's saying how he wants to write a book. He wants to use the money to write a book. You know? Dude. And I mean, it's crazy because I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody who would have to start their own GoFundMe. You know what I mean? Like everybody that I know that's in this community, if they got cancer, somebody would start them a fucking GoFundMe, dude. You know what I mean? Like nobody would have to do it themselves, you know? Dude, what do you mean? January 17th, dude. Like that's like in a couple of weeks tops. This dude is killing me right now.
Which could reflect a small hemangioma, given that it demonstrated no abnormal FDG uptake on the PET examination.
Is he thinking in Pig
However,
Latin?
given its slightly more sclerotic appearance
What's that?
on
It sounded like
uptake
Pig
on the
Latin.
no
Pig-
abnormal
Pig Latin, listen.
FDG uptake on the PET examination. However, given its slightly more sclerotic appearance on the current study, to the November 1st one, interval post-treatment changes to an osseous metastasis are on the differential. Continued attention at the fall. So there's
none of this is this dude. And I'm telling you. Hold on, let's see what he's showing here. He's finally showing something different here.
I put on the screen. I put this on the screen before, but somehow this dumb bitch can't read, can't listen, or doesn't understand what it is. Final pathologic diagnosis. Again, this is from November 2018. Metastatic. You say you're a nurse. Do you understand what metastatic means? Metastatic means stage 4 lung cancer. Okay, if you're pretending to be a nurse, go look it up. Go look it up. That's what metastatic means. Those lesions are called metastases. I have to give you a little lesson here. Did you miss this day in school? Metastatic, non-small cell carcinoma, favor adenocarcinoma with pleomorphic features. All right? There's the date, 11/2/2018. And no doubt right now, these people are trying to figure out some way to attack.
Now, that is true. I just Googled it. Metastatic is a term used to describe the spread of cancer cells from the original tumor to other parts of the body. Now, he is correct about that.
My doctor, because that's what they do. Maybe my doctor was in McAlbert and was part of the conspiracy all the way back then. All right. So these are all, this is scans and blood work. All the tests that I go for are scans and blood work. So,
but
April 15th, 2019, you get chest, abdomen and pelvis, and head.
He's saying that it means stage 4, right? Stage 4. Like, what treatments, when you're at stage 4, that's fucking, dude, that's it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's the whole thing, is where is the stage 4?
The reason they monitor the head is because there are lesions there. July 9th, 2019. Chest, abdomen, head. October 1st, 2019. Chest, abdomen, head. December 27th. May 26th, 2020. On and on it goes. I mean, I went through this quickly when I showed it before, but look at that. This is just all this is. It's every 3 months you go through the same thing. She's going to give some other reason for not believing it. Oh, so this is the whole list from up to the current. Now we can go back to last year or earlier in this year. All right. So this is when I found out that I was in progression. And again, this is too small for you guys to see.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's all I'm trying to say.
But
I'm not saying the guy was never diagnosed with cancer. That's not what I'm fucking saying. I'm saying that there's no fucking way that it's to the point where he says it was, and he's currently still living with it and fighting it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's saying that he's terminally ill. Does that look like a guy who's terminally ill right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not that's all people are trying to say. It's not about hair falling out, dude. That shit fucking eats you alive. You're too fucking weak to fucking do anything. You're puking all the goddamn time. It is a nightmare, a living fucking nightmare to be at stage 4 cancer. Like, I've seen it. I've had to take care of somebody like this. Cherry's dealt with it. Well, he didn't just beat it. You know what I'm saying? He didn't just fucking just sit there and hope. Like, he didn't pray it away. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's everybody's point here. It doesn't make sense. Dude, stage 4 is fucking stage 4. That's it. When you say terminal means that's it. You're done. It's a matter of time now.
These are scans from February 4th, 2024. And this is from the pelvis. Increased 14 millimeter lytic left acetabular metastasis. Numerous additional Sclerotic osseous metastases are essentially unchanged. No new or enlarging extraosseous.
I hear you,
whatever that is.
Justice.
All right,
I
so
hear
there's
you.
one increased or new metastases. And so then it says at the bottom underneath that, a clinically significant result was communicated on February 4th by message to my doctor. Now, that's the first time I had seen that in any of my scans. And I go through
I
these
mean,
scans
that's
every few
what I'm
months.
saying, Scott
And I
McGinnis.
knew that that clinically
Like-
significant result was progression, because that means the cancer in this particular spot had become resistant to the medicine. And so it's not a fun thing to read, you know. So I go in for the meeting and the doctor said, so yes, that it is, you know, it is starting to adapt to the medicine. So what we're going to do is radiate it.
Okay. So
I don't know if there's anything
where
in
is
here
the I
for-
mean, that's what I mean is like this dude there's no radiation treatment
I can
going
show the
on
visits.
here. Look at him.
So you can see here back in March, on March 5th, it lists the radiation completion encounter. So I went through 5 days of radiation, which thank God proved to be effective.
That's what
It
I'm
stopped growing in that
saying,
area, and it
dude.
has not grown anywhere else since then.
Dude, let me tell you something, dude. Like Plevin does not have Pops's fucking shit, dude. Okay? Like Cherry's Pops, Plevin doesn't have that shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm trying to say here. Like, Cherry just like cared for this guy for so long and watched him deteriorate and fight. He fought. But I mean, you know, this dude was a hardcore dude. He's a fucking sheep farmer, Irish to the fucking bone. You know what I'm saying? So, like, this dude was hardcore. Like, Plevin, and he lost. Plevin doesn't have the stuff that Cherry's Pops had. Do you know what I mean? That's all I'm trying to say. It doesn't fucking track. It just doesn't track. Yeah, dude. Cherry's Pops is like the real deal. Like, I'll probably get in trouble for saying as much as I am right now, but like talking about dude would get fucking straight up into fights at the pub. Like, old as fuck. Getting into fucking fights at the pub. Cliche fucking old school Irishman. Completely cliche, dude. Charlie, thank you so much. Member for 2 months. His doctor never said stage 4. He made that assumption. Right. I mean, that's what I'm saying. And what is right? What's the GoFundMe for? So he could write a book? Is that like that's what he said in the GoFundMe? So he could write a book. Let's watch I want to see the one. Okay.
And that other person off. And that wasn't the terms and conditions of his extortion. He said, you're going to take yourself off or I'm going to do this. That was also one of his things. He was saying everything. If you don't listen to everything, then I'm going to do this. Because I'm not doing this because he said he wants to write a blog. About me. I fucking told him to write the fucking blog. And he was telling Nick, control your bitch, control your girl in the background. I'm not talking to her, I'm talking to you. It was a very bad phone
I don't
call.
know. I don't know what the
So
fuck I'm
he's
listening
gonna
to
try
right
to
now.
say that I'm doing this because I don't want him to write a blog. But I'm gonna let everybody know that he's a piece of shit and he's threatening to go to
Here we
Brian
go.
Tully. And we'll see how much people really want to follow him
I
then.
think we got a super dad. Super dad. I think we got a super dad. Super dad. Super dad. Super dad. Dad, 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 dad. I think we got a super dad.
How dare you? Please don't call me Charlie. It's Plevin's Blinkers. Oh, nice. Plevin's Blinkers. Thank you. Oh my goodness. What just happened here? Oh, I didn't mean to hit that. Hold on. There we go.
Of Karen Reed, like that's the dumbest thing ever. So just be careful with what you say and remember just that he's claiming that he has that not even that he has anything. He's claiming to go to Brian Tully. You don't even have to say anything, but just be careful with what you say. Never admit that he has anything, because that's the whole point of this. Don't be like Meredith. Hashtag what about Meredith? Hashtag don't be a Meredith.
Okay. I'm going to bring in Kate in 2 seconds, just really quick, guys. This is for my mods. So one of our regulars, Francesca, said she's having trouble posting. So I doubt that you guys blocked her, but just look and make sure you didn't accidentally time out Francesca. You guys know who she is. So I think it's probably nothing to do with anything that we did. Sometimes YouTube is weird. We couldn't figure out for a couple of weeks, Karen McCormick, she could post, but it wouldn't show up. It wouldn't stop her from posting, but no one could see. I don't know exactly what happened. So I made her a mod so she's good now. Okay. So Tom said he found it and took care of it. Okay, very good. Let me bring in the one and only Kate Peter. Hey, Kate. I don't hear your mic, so
I muted myself. Sorry.
there you go.
Yeah, we're good now. All right.
Yeah.
How's it going, Kevin?
Going very good. Thank you. I wish, well, you're probably not a football fan, but I wish the Patriots lost today. But
yeah, I'm not a football fan. No.
Yeah. So, anyways, welcome. So, for anybody, please, if you can go to Mass Troll Mafia and see not only this video but the other ones that she's done on this, it's really excellent work.
Oh, I meant to go over
Mass
the
Hole Mafia. I'm
latest
sorry, I said it
one.
wrong.
Yeah, that's all right.
So I don't know. What do you think about all this stuff? You got anything new to add?
You know,
Turtle Boy posted a fucking screenshot of this on Twitter. It was like, oh look, it's fake Cancer Boy and the lumberjack.
I think it's fascinating. So I originally had put this in an edited, more like long form video, right? And I only picked out bits and pieces that I thought really kind of showed how incriminating these statements were, and then sort of the inner workings, the level of collusion here, because it's a situation to where, Turtle Boy is intimidating and harassing these witnesses, and Karen is aware of it enough to give him these addresses. We now know for sure, right? Like, here you go. Here are the witnesses' addresses, which clearly I think we can connect to the rolling rally. But just in general, he's driven by their homes how many times, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gone to their doors. Like, she clearly knows that he's going to do these things and is assisting. So that's conspiracy, right? Yeah. And Jenna Rocco was.
You are fucking reaching, lady.
Aware of this, obviously, and we're taking her word for it. So I do want to be fair with that and say that
So she sounds so fucking stupid talking about this, because the whole Rocco thing has been squashed, long squashed. Like, it was some shit that just went down. Turtle Boy said he fucking said things because he was pissed. But there was no, there's nothing that would be in any way actually incriminating. It was just some beef that went down between Aiden and the Roccos for a minute there. That's it. Like, that's it. So it's really silly that and this happened months ago, fucking months ago. So it doesn't even matter. But like, she's so focused on it. It just shows like how bad these people are reaching, dude.
There is a possibility in this that Jenna Rocco is lying. I don't see it as a probability or even a very high possibility because the context
and what they're talking about, like the title of this is Turtle Tantrum shit sends shockwaves in Karen Reed. Like, so he's talking about how on Turtle Boy's Live, he got pissed because somebody was trying to tell him, because he was talking about Plevin's fucking fake cancer GoFundMe, right? He was talking about that, and he was like, somebody had, I guess, sent him a fucking turtle chat and asked about it, and then somebody in the chat had like said something. I guess I think that person's name was Michelle or something, and she was trying to tell him not to talk about it, right? And so he was like, he got pissed, and he was like, "Yo, fuck you! Don't fucking tell me what to do on my channel." And I think we've all done that at least once. I stand by that shit. Like, I totally, I don't care how much of a dick Aiden was in delivering that statement. He has the right to do it. I'll do it too. Like, how many times have you heard me say, hey, go fuck yourself? Like, my comment section is not a suggestion box. Fucking tell me what to fucking do with my channel. You don't like what I'm fucking doing, don't fucking watch it. Fuck off. It's that easy. So, like, to turn that into like, oh my God, Aiden had a meltdown. Like, that's just fucking stupid. That's fucking stupid. Like, I don't fucking tell us what to do with our channels. Ever. Like, it's like a principle thing. I don't know any creator who is like, okay, yeah, I'll do it. You know what I mean?
She's in a group chat with only 2 other women.
Right.
They're
She's not
all
trying to spread it.
Reed, right? They're trust.
I mean,
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
I think we got a super chat. Super chat. I think we got a super chat. Super chat. Super chat. Super chat. I think we got a super chat.
How dare you?
Live, laugh, toaster bath. Wow. Oh my God. You. Oh my God. Oh, you win handle of the day. Live, laugh, toaster bath. Wow. That's a great like all girl band name right there. I had the crud for weeks. Eat something really spicy, have a stiff drink or 2, and sleep and sweat it out. It was the only thing that worked for me. No, man. I drank New Year's. That was it. I can't wait to fucking feel good enough to go back to the gym. I want to clean, you know. I just want to feel 100%. I felt good enough to do this tonight. I know I'm not the liveliest person tonight, but I appreciate you guys hanging out with me anyway. Because this is stuff I wanted to go over because this is just funny to me. Krusty talking about these things, and I saw Nick Rocco's in the chat. Let's see. It will continue on the agents working on the case. Will continue working on the new U.S. attorney. Will eventually be brought up to speed. Yeah, I believe that too, Nick Rocco. I believe that. I have faith.
fest, and it's not so much a gossip fest. It's a we need to control this, meeting of the minds here. So I don't think that she's lying, but this is secondhand information.
And it's exactly what Nick was telling me in person too. Again, it doesn't prove it, but
I've gotten independent corroboration about these screenshots. I can say with 99.9% certainty that it's real, right? Based on what I know. What's concerning to me, and I guess what kind of was like, it's, they all know, right? And so the reaction when they're worried about this coming out is not like, wow, we should really get a damper on this criminal behavior, or maybe we shouldn't be involved with this anymore, or Aiden's threatening to turn Karen in. I don't want anything to do with that, right? Like that's between the two of them. They immediately intercede and essentially start colluding to figure out.
So this is just like some weird, like they think they're being slick about it, but like the attempt here is to divide the community, to put this out there. Right. And to influence a divide in our community, not even theirs, our community, that, who's going to take this? Are you going to take Karen Reed's side or Turtle Boy's side? And there is no Karen Reed versus Turtle Boy. Like, we all know this, but it's very, very funny that Kate Peter believes that she has the kind of influence to actually plant that seed in our minds, and we're gonna go, Karen Reed or Turtle. We're just gonna look at her and go, you're a fucking retard. What are you doing? What makes you think that anybody, like, we all know what went down with the Roccos and Turtle Boy. We already all know it. That shit is old news, dude. Like, ever since since that shit happened, dude, we went to a fundraiser where Turtle Boy stood up, spoke, Karen Reed stood up, spoke, Nick Rocco stood up, spoke. Everybody hugged. It was a good time. A good time was had by all. So it was not in the slightest bit anything that she's implying that it is, and she's trying to play some sort of Jedi mind trick on our community, but because she's so fucking stupid, it's just funny to us to like look at it and watch her do it. It's just funny because it's like watching a monkey play with its turds at the zoo, just that's what it's like watching Kate Peter think that she's smart. Watching Kate Peter think that she's smart is like watching a monkey in the zoo playing with its turds. It's the best way I could put it.
How to cover this up, which I find to be just a staggering irony, right? When the crux of their entire movement is accusing the police, the prosecutors, the judges, the witnesses, everybody of colluding and covering up. And, of course, the cult is kind of minimizing this. Oh, this is old news. I mean, so is Jen McCabe's Google search, right? Like, comparatively, if it's old news,
except that didn't happen.
Well, I know, but it didn't happen. Well, one did, 624. But my point is that, like, something.
No. 227 fucking happened. A forensic expert independently hired with a PhD by the FBI determined it was completely independent, nothing to gain by, the 227 search fucking happened. It just plain did.
Something like this, there's no expiration date on it. This is Jenna Rocco specifically implicating Karen Reed in conspiracy to commit witness intimidation. So
there's you hear that, Nick Rocco? I know you're in the chat. Nick Rocco, there's no expiration date on this. Doesn't matter what you've moved past. Doesn't matter. There's no expiration date on this.
It doesn't matter that it was back in May that this occurred. It's timely today because prior to this, nobody knew this information and now it's in the public. Karen Reed has been implicated directly by one of her top supporters for being involved with this conspiracy to intimidate and harass witnesses. That's a huge deal, right? Huge deal. And there's some sort of misconception that they've been putting out that I just put this out.
But see, they already tried to indict on that and it didn't fucking happen. She's leaving that really important detail out. They they already tried to indict Karen Reed and Aiden for this, and it just didn't happen. It didn't nothing became of it. Yes, I'm sorry I took so long. I've been very under the weather. I'm still feeling pretty nasty, but I'm happy to be here with you guys. So yeah, I'm very happy to be, because I was going nuts, dude. Like, this flu kicked my ass and I was just in bed. Like, all I did was just shower and nap and watch stuff. Like, crazy.
Out to try to cause division, and like, respectfully, no. I mean, you can't get any more divided than when one person is literally extorting another, right? And I had nothing to do with that. Obviously all parties involved know that it happened.
Who's extorting?
They were all involved with it. So putting it out now, certainly it was, my intention was not to cause any division. It was to inform the public that, you know,
I love how she's saying, like, she can't hear me, but she's denying everything that I'm accusing her of, which is really funny. I just accused her of trying to cause division, and she's like, no. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
It's another piece to the puzzle. Even more strong evidence that implicates Karen Reed in the intimidation of witnesses.
And just, you know, a lesson for anybody out there who wants to form any kind of a partnership, relationship, anything with Aiden Kearney. This is what's going to happen eventually. If he gets annoyed in some way, he's going to try to destroy you. So just because Karen didn't ask him into court, which was certainly understandable considering his behavior, the fact that he was indicted, the fact that he had spent, 30 days in jail, whatever. There's no way he had to understand that she was not going to have him in court. But no, he's not mature enough to understand that. So when he's unhappy, and Karen is not going to go who goes on court TV.
Oh, here we go.
Because he's upset about this stuff, he's going to try to throw her completely under the bus. What else do you need to know about this?
Well, yeah. And certainly, like, I think in the next video we'll probably get into a little bit more of that stuff as far as what happened. Because I'm kind of the authority on it.
How dare you? Jagged Little Tooth. Chad McRib's debut album. Oh fuck, man. I gotta give it a tie on handle of the day. I gotta give it a tie. That one, and I already forgot what the other one was, man. That shit was fucking great though. It was fucking wonderful. But I gotta give it a Jen McRib's debut album. Holy shit, man. She thinks her big words make her less trashy. Oh fuck. Yeah. So there's a tie for handle of the day. Hold on. I can find the other one because it was, yes, Live Laugh Toaster Bath. Oh my god. Live Laugh Toaster Bath was the other one. The Goodmans. Oh wait. AJ Charles, you may have caught a cold after your New Year's Eve striptease. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. The Goodmans gifted one the Glare membership. Thank you so much for gifting a membership. Look, there they are again. Laugh Toaster Bath. Ha. I've thought of making one of those shitty home goods signs of my username. That's a great handle, man. Like it's just really funny that Kate Peter is saying, like, she's defending herself against the things that I'm saying and she can't hear what I'm saying. It's interesting.
A subject with that, but yeah, I think, like, I mean, and I know that you like the Roccos, and I'm not trying, I don't know them, so I can't make a lot of like I just don't know them. However,
oh my God,
they go on
Lady
court TV and say that 3 liters of blood were found in the basement, and that's not true. They go out and they call these people murderers with no evidence. At one point they did go down to being pizza and engage in some disruptive harassment behavior themselves. Now, granted, they only did it once, right? So they certainly could be a lot worse, but they have been very, very active in promoting this theory of Karen's. And I understand, and I think I was even at this point once where I was like, well, they must really believe it. Now to hear in Jenna's own words, though, that they're aware that Karen is breaking the law, committing a crime, right? And that the likelihood of being charged for that is pretty high until we find out this information. Their impulse was not to even second guess anything. Just, we have to roll with this and protect Karen at all costs. So it makes me wonder a little bit, do they believe what they're saying, or are they just saying it because Karen wants them to?
Well, I think there's the whole sunk cost fallacy thing that's natural with any human.
Well, no, here's the thing is, I don't even think that Hank Brennan, well, I know that Hank Brennan doesn't think that Karen Reed is guilty. Hank Brennan is prosecuting this case, and everything that he's doing is he's trying to block the defense from defending. That's what his strategy is so far. That's not indicative with a prosecutor who's trying to get to the truth. It's simply not. And I have to, and much credit to Joe Flip Ahead. We love Joe Flip Ahead for this little clip right here.
It's impossible to have a fair trial when there's police reports and evidence that contradict witnesses. It's impossible to have a fair trial when there's police reports and evidence that contradict witnesses. It's impossible to have a fair trial when there's police reports and evidence that contradict witnesses. It's impossible to have a fair trial when there's police reports and evidence that contradict witnesses. It's impossible to have a fair trial when there's police reports and evidence that contradict witnesses.
You get the idea. So those are Hank Brennan's own words. Those are Hank Brennan's own words. Hey, do this real quick. Hey, this link that I'm dropping, go in there and say hello real quick and give her video a like and subscribe. It's Mizzy's first live stream. She's live right now. So guys who love Mizzy, we love Mizzy here. Drop over there real quick and give her video a like and say hello. What's up, Chloe Albert? What's up from San Diego? Yeah, man. So a lot of shit, man, going on. Josh Levy no longer now. Again, now Nick Rocco says that the case is still open. This other person, this Mary Moraine, I think, who's taken over, hopefully, she's got an inclination for justice. and an inclination to take on corruption as Josh Levy seemed to have, because he got a lot done during his tenure, and he's I had a lot of faith in him. So hopefully thanks to him, I have faith in the office of the Massachusetts United States Attorney's Office. So hopefully that happens. Hopefully we'll see some justice take place here. So I'm going to go ahead, open the phone lines. Anybody wants to call in, they can. Now, tomorrow morning, I'll be streaming the Karen Reed hearing with the Dr. Russell, the continued Dr. Russell Voidier, and Wednesday, 6 p.m. back by popular demand. Part 3, Hannibal and Monty, folks. Part 3 of Hannibal and Monty. Very excited about that. Very excited about that. And I want to give a shout out to Captain Kurt, man. Captain Kurt, remember Captain Kurt who joined the 12-hour live stream? And we kind of did the same thing with him as we did with Hannibal and Monty. We schooled him on the basics of what was going on with the case. We were kind of all over the place, but he was getting it. And he just did a video. And I'm going to leave it for a little while, and then I'll review it. But I don't think I'm going to review it today. I'll probably review it tomorrow, maybe after the hearing, depending on how long the hearing takes. Because last time it was all day. So nobody wants to call in? Hello? Yeah, it was cool of him, man. Because, listen, man, Captain Kurt goes back with the whole Ryan Upchurch stuff, and he came in here trolling that day. But then, I called peace, and he was really cool about it. And so, respect, man, much respect. Lala, member for 3 months. Thank you so much.
Call from.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Hi, this is Kathy. How are you?
I'm well, Kathy. How are you?
I am just lovely, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you as well. Clubber says Happy New Year too.
Yes. I just wanted to say I've been following you and the other cat podcasters, and I just think you all are amazing at all the hard work that you do and the information that you keep us all up on. And so appreciate it, and each of your opinions. I love listening to each one of your opinions, everyone. I listened to Melanie, Miss Little earlier. I just love her. And I just want to thank you.
Oh, well, no, thank you for listening. And thank you for confirming that I am the number one on your list, that I am the best of all the creators that you named in your eyes. I don't agree with you, but the fact that you called up here and stated that I am the best, okay, even if you didn't word it that way, we all know what you meant, and I appreciate it. I don't agree with you. I'm a modest, humble young man, okay?
Okay, you're just so awesome. You're so funny.
No, thank you, Kathy. I just feel so lucky that you enjoy the channel. I really do.
I
really
know
have
every
fun.
time you're on. I just want to listen to what you have to say and listen to your opinion, and And I will say, I don't always agree with everything that anyone says. That's just the way. Luckily, in America, we can do that.
Yeah.
And I needed to ask you a question. You were talking about that. What was the name? The guy who's just quitting. Is he a lawyer? I can't remember.
Josh Levy.
Yes, sir. Yes.
The United States attorney who was spearheading the investigation into Michael Morrissey's office.
That's what I thought. Why is he quitting?
Well, he's appointed by Biden, and so I mean Trump moving in might have something to do with that. I don't know. I'm just speculating. I don't really know how these things work. But hopefully,
neither.
I mean, but the thing is Trump sounds like he's really focused on taking on corruption on local levels that are
Agreed.
taking place. So he has stated that. So hopefully the person who goes in there is maybe even possibly even more shrewd than Josh Levy. Maybe we're underestimating because we have so much faith in Josh Levy that maybe the next person will be even more shrewd and maybe get a lot more done.
Yes, I agree. I just kind of had a lot going on today, and I had been listening to Miss Little's stuff, and all of a sudden she had the breaking news, and my brain just, it's like I could remember his name, so it's like, oh, I know he's important, but I can't remember who he was or what he was doing.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah.
Thank you so much, and I want to let other people on. You have a wonderful, wonderful night, and I can't wait to listen to what's going to happen tomorrow, which is so scary. Why are we having to have this lady, doctor, this marvelous lady, have to do this all over again? And he was so mean to
Judge
her.
Bev is an asshole.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not even holding back anymore. Like, dude, we're dealing with a corrupt local system there, period. And Judge Bev is not acting in the interest of justice with her decision making, and
Correct.
so that falls under the category of corruption. By definition,
Correct.
that is corruption.
Oh, I totally agree. I cannot believe how much the corruption that I have learned about since I started. Excuse you. Hope you're feeling better. Okay.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm getting there.
Okay. But I've never heard of so much corruption in my entire life. I started watching this. I called in to your show once before, a long time ago.
What blows my mind about it is how they're so in your face about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel like this corruption takes place in a lot of places for sure. It's just at this point, it's unrealistic. It's naive to think that it doesn't, but that's what's mind blowing is they just don't give a shit. Like they're just like right in everyone's face, dude. Like Brennan pulling this shit, with cameras in front of him is crazy. Trying to get to Bill Reed's phones, that it was crazy. Like, what are you doing? Everything that Hank Brennan seems to be doing right now is trying to block Karen Reed from actually having a defense.
Exactly. Yep.
And that is that's you're not acting in the interest of justice. You should be able to be like, hey, they could bring whatever the fuck they want. We have a case against Karen Reed, and we're counting on the jury looking at the case that we present, and the defense can bring on whatever fucking expert they want.
Well, they don't have a case. That's the problem.
But they don't have a case. Exactly.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I watched this
brazen
Karen Reed case.
Thank you, Teresa.
I started 3 days into it. The second day, I already knew that he wasn't guilty.
Yeah. I mean,
You know?
I knew it before the trial started, but I was still like, okay, maybe there's a smoking gun. I mean, we'd know about it by now, but you have to be, in order to be logical, you have to have some margin for the trial at least. Even though I believed Karen Reed was innocent before the trial started, you have to be like, okay, well, you got to wait for trial. Some part of you has to still be open to that.
Right.
And so doing that, what I expected happened. They did not present a case against Karen Reed.
No.
And
They lied the whole way through. Everybody lied that was on the so-called negative side is what I'm trying to be nice.
Turtle Boy breaking down Jen McCabe's testimony the other day was fucking brilliant.
Yeah, I saw that. I watched him
she's
too.
totally shady. Everything about her is shady as fuck. She lied and lied and lied.
Well,
and you got to follow Olivia Nile on.
Yes, I was just gonna say that.
You got to follow her on Twitter.
Yeah, because I that's what I do. Anybody that comes on, except for the negative one lady, and I do go on and listen to her. I guess you call her crusty panties. I think that's just nasty, but I'm sorry. It is, but she's just a nasty person.
She is. Yeah. I mean,
and she's, oh my gosh, she's such a liar. And I go on and I always put in there free Karen Reed. And then I always get a really nasty text back and I go, well, I've done my job.
Nice. Well done, Kathy. Well done, Kathy. Thank you for calling. I appreciate you. I'm going to take the next call.
Sir.
All right.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
You're awesome. Bye-bye. All right. Yes, Jeff Williams is a troll.
Call from.
You're on. Who am I speaking with? Ciao.
Will?
Yes.
Will? Oh,
yes.
Will, hold up. It's Karen Rose.
It's what?
Now, Karen Donahue Bell.
Hi, Karen Donahue, but you're breaking up real bad.
Liar. Plevin is a liar.
Plevin is a liar. Piney Woods, thank you so much. Appreciate you so much, Will. First assistant will take over.
He's from Worcester, like me.
Worcester?
Will. Worcester.
That's what I said, Worcester.
But Will. Yeah, okay, that's all right. But Will, Melanie got my heart rate up because I watched, that fucking idiot today.
Which one?
So, Plevin.
Oh, Plevin,
what
okay.
the hell is Josh doing? I just emailed him. What the hell are you doing, Josh? He has plenty of time before he leaves.
Dude, he's got like 2 weeks. Like, not really.
Huh?
I don't expect anything to happen before Josh Levy's exit from the U.S. Attorney's office.
Well, shame on him too. The Levy family, shame on him too.
I'm sure that it was something that was an option for him was to resign. But
no, I know, but
yeah,
take care.
I don't think it was really
Karen Reed and
I don't think it was
Boy,
really
because I called him. Will,
I don't think it was really up to him.
But Will, I have 3 adult daughters.
What's
I would have
up,
believed
Grandmaster
police. My family's in police. I would have believed them.
Okay.
And I spoke to him. I would have believed the police.
Shame on you. Do something. What has he done? Think about it. What has he done?
What do you mean? There was like 3,100 pages of
What
documents.
has he done,
man.
Will?
They investigated, man. They did a lot of investigating
From FBI.
Well, the FBI. Okay, well, how it works is Josh Levy.
But it continues, right?
Yeah, it's still going. These things take time. You got to build a case. Think about it. Like these. It takes.
No, I know.
So to build a case, they got to collect a lot of evidence. It's if they're conducting an investigation and building a case against the Norfolk County DA, that means that case, the Karen Reed case, is a drop in the bucket of cases that they have to independently investigate to look for corruption and evidence of corruption. So who knows? I mean, that it's just there's so much that's going into this investigation. So it's going to take some time.
We shall see.
It is so that they can they can effectively get a conviction in a court of law, or at least so strong of a case to where he's forced to take a plea and he goes to jail. But that's the idea, is to collect enough solid evidence to build a case so strong that he cannot defend himself against.
He should have that by now. He should have that by now. I don't know. That's how I feel. Josh Levy should have that by now.
Who are we to say how long it takes? And how much evidence there is to review and investigate and collect? And I mean, who are we to say that? Have you seen all the evidence?
No. Plenty of time.
You see what I mean?
For something.
You don't know. I mean,
I know.
I get what you're saying, but where's the time? Where's the time limit for this? Who sets that? What is it based on?
If it was his daughter, if it was Levy's daughter, the time would have come. That's all I'm saying. If it was Levy's daughter,
how do you know that?
Like his niece and nephew,
how do you know that?
The time would have come.
How do you know that?
Oh no, absolutely. It's been a while, Will.
You don't know that.
How long has Turtle Boy taught me all this? It's been a long time.
I mean, I get it's been a long
Levy's daughter or his brother's niece or his brother's daughter, time would have come. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, there's no way to actually.
I know, Will. I know.
You don't know how much evidence there is to collect and review. You just don't know. You have no idea what's going on in those four walls of Josh.
No,
Levy's
I don't know
office,
how much. Right.
And what who they've spoken to.
Right. I don't know how much, but.
You don't even know what cases they're
like
reviewing.
A little bit? Couldn't you hold somebody?
I mean, how many? I mean, you don't even know.
If you found a little bit, Will, couldn't you hold someone?
No, that's not how federal indictments work. They don't do that. They make sure that they have an airtight case, and that's it. And it takes time to build that. They have to go through every case that Michael Morrissey oversaw. That, I mean, can you imagine how many cases that is? You see what I'm saying?
I can only imagine. No, yeah, you're right. Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. So there's no way.
Just like Joe Early. Yep.
Way to put a realistic time limit on how long it should take for them to put together a strong enough case to prosecute Michael Morrissey. Because we don't know if they're building cases against anybody who worked for Michael Morrissey and worked with Michael Morrissey and did things on behalf of Michael Morrissey, like Tully, like Proctor, like Buchanan. You know, I mean, there's all of these factors that are that have their own web that we're not even. There's no way for us to even conceive how much content is involved. You know, there's no way to do it. There's no way to visualize it because we don't know what they have and what they have to do. So that's all I'm saying. But I get what you're saying because it's like this is happening, and it's happening so brazen in front of news cameras. It's like, why isn't somebody putting a stop to this?
Right.
You know, I get it.
Right.
I get it. But
yeah.
that's why.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why. That's the only logical reason as to why that I can think of. So.
Okay, so now Plevin, right?
Okay.
Plevin's last name is Linehan, correct?
I think so.
Is Plevin's last name Linehan? Yeah, I know it is. Yeah.
Me.
I'm on air, right?
Mm-hmm.
Am I on air?
Mm-hmm.
Could you tell him from me? He's a fucking psycho.
All right.
Well, you don't. She will. He is cuckoo. He's from Worcester, Linehan.
He's from
He's
Worcester.
fucking nuts.
Worcester.
He's the pig from Leitrim's, right? He's the pig from Leitrim's. As a child, ask Auntie Dale.
Dude. Oh man.
I love you, Will.
I love you too. All right, I'm going to take the next call. Thank you for calling. Appreciate you. Bye-bye.
All right, have fun. Bye.
Bye. Fuck, they hung up. Plevin from Worcester. Plevin from Worcester.
Call from.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Hi, Will. This is Sheila in Texas.
Hey, Sheila in Texas.
First of all, I want to tell you what an awesome New Year's party that was.
I thought so too. Thank you. Thank you for watching and being a part of it.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing, and
That's wild.
I haven't stayed up for New Year's, and I don't know how many years.
That shit was crazy, man. I held on to like 2,000 people strong throughout the whole damn thing. That was fucking wild. I couldn't fucking believe that. That was crazy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I hate you got sick after it though.
Oh yeah, I mean sick, dude. Like I mean, this flu kicked my ass. I'm still like not feeling 100%.
Yeah, you can tell.
But man, yeah, like I have been in bed for 5 days.
Maybe Mazza gave it to you over the internet.
Crazy, man. It's crazy.
But it was awesome. I'm glad you're back on.
It was awesome. I had a blast.
With you not being on, it's a loss because you're such a pleasure.
That means a lot. Thank you so much.
I mean, I watch every time you come on, and you're a great podcaster.
Thanks, Sheila. That's really nice.
Anyway, you tell that little clubber of mine, I'm waiting on his chair beside you.
Yeah, I gotta figure something like that out. Right,
Do you
Clever?
remember that? You remember
Yeah.
me talking about that?
I don't think he'll sit there though. Like,
no, he probably wouldn't.
I don't think he would.
But him coming
Right,
up
buddy?
and jumping up on your leg and everything.
Yeah, him doing that from time to time, I think is good. You know?
Yeah.
Right, buddy? Clever, come here. That a boy. See? I'm saying hi.
Hi, Clover.
Saying hi. I love you.
You sweet boy.
He's a good
But
boy.
anyway, I wanted to jump on and tell you I'm glad you're feeling better and you're back on. So the world will be good now.
Nice. Thank you.
Don't know about the second round of jury though. But
Yeah.
I have faith in Alan Jackson and them.
I do too. I think I mean everything that Hank Brennan is doing right now is letting us know that they don't have a case against Karen.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
if they're so focused on trying to block Karen's defense from doing anything, then it just tells us.
Part of that doesn't even have anything to do with John.
Yeah.
I mean, we're just trying to prove that John didn't do it. I mean,
Yeah.
that Karen didn't do it. But anyway, I'm glad you're back, and look forward to seeing you on the trial dates.
Right on. Right
All
on.
right.
All right. Thank you, Sheila.
You have a
Bye-bye.
good evening. I hope you get to feeling better.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Call from
Dina.
Ciao.
Clara.
Dina.
My favorite. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Dina.
You sound a little under the weather, my friend.
I am. Yeah, I realized that I was not Mr. Exciting this time. So I apologize for that. But
Oh,
you
you're
guys,
always exciting.
you guys are hanging in there with me today and being very patient with me being all half-assed and boring. Appreciate it.
You're never half-assed and you're never boring, Clara. We were talking about you tonight at Monday Night Dive Bar.
Oh yeah.
Yes, because your New Year's
Spill
show was the best stream ever.
the tea.
Spill the tea. What do you want to know?
So you guys were talking about the New Year's Eve live stream?
Oh my God, that was the best ever. What a great panel you had on there.
It was it went exactly how I hoped. I didn't organize it in any way. I shot links to people who I wanted to show up. Everybody showed up when they could, when it was good for them, and it all worked out. Having Captain Kurt on and talking to him was really cool, and just Nathan being so kind.
Oh my God, yeah, that was good.
Yeah, it was just
Nathan being on. My eyes, welded up a little bit. I was almost crying. That was so awesome. And
I mean,
Melanie Little, I always love Melanie Little on your show. I really do.
Me
and
too.
she let loose a little bit. And Jesus, when you took your shirt off, I almost had to call 911.
Thank you, Bex.
Did you ever doubt that Boston loves you when you can raise that kind of money in that short time?
I am shocked. I am shocked. I am almost a half a century old, and someone paid $5,000 to see me with my shirt off. That's
exactly.
It's quite quite the ego stroker. I won't lie. It makes it feel good to put as much work you do as into the gym.
I was just about to say it's all that hard work at the gym. I'm telling you, it's inspiring. You inspired me to do the gym. I'm telling you. I started off with that. You did. You inspired me, and I love it. I'm so addicted to it.
Bex, my cigarettes. I smoke cheap cigarettes, man. Yeah, I hate that I smoke, but it is what it is.
Well, one thing at a time, Clara. One thing at a time. But anyways, I wanted to shout out. I hope everyone finally has gotten the word about Peter Murphy, that stand-up guy.
What happened with Peter Murphy?
They were doing a standout at the Canton police station, and he ended up getting charged with trespassing for parking at the church parking lot. And it's crazy. It's absolutely insane. But Sunday, when we did the standout in Dedham, I went with Peter Murphy to the other standout at the Canton police station, and he had to go into the police station to go get some paperwork on it, and he didn't really want to go in alone, so I live streamed it in case anything happened. But walking through the Canton police station doors, they have this big marble wall, and it's a honor roll of the dedication of police officers, and you know whose name's right there engraved in it is Sergeant Peter Murphy. And here they are now charging him with trespassing.
That is petty as fuck.
Oh, it's so fucking petty, Will. I want to just,
That is, man, that's it doesn't mean anything. The community that he served, that doesn't mean anything to them.
imagine it. And there's a little tiny sign at the church
He's
parking.
holding you to a higher standard. He's holding you accountable to the standard that he set by example during his service with the Canton Police Department. And you're going to charge him. You're going to charge him because out of pettiness, because he is holding you to the standard that he set, the example that he set.
Yeah, he parked his truck at a freaking church parking lot. Wow. Imagine that. A church that's supposed to be welcoming and love your neighbor and everything else. And he parked there and they fucking, they serve him. He's got court February 6th. So I hope everybody out there really shows their support that can go. You might not be able to go into the room, but we can all stand outside of the courthouse. And February 6th is Peter's court date. He has to go to court for parking his truck in a church parking lot.
That's fucking crazy.
It is fucking crazy.
Man, everybody, man, I really hope everybody rallies. I wish I could be there for that. I really hope everybody rallies and supports Peter Murphy when he has court.
It's starting. It's starting. I already had my sign. I was holding my sign out at the Dedham standout that said "Free Peter Murphy."
I've got so much respect for Mr. Peter Murphy. And it's
It's petty as fuck, Will. It's petty as fuck.
That infuriates me thinking about it.
Yeah, it infuriated me, Blair. It really did. It really did. But I was trying to call in because I wanted to wish you a happy new year. I love you. And that was the best stream ever. And please keep standing by us all here because we need you more than ever right now. I'm going to be at the courthouse tomorrow, of course, supporting Karen and Turtle Boy, along with the rest of the boots on the ground. And we can't wait to see you again, Will.
Yeah, I'd like to make it out there again soon. I don't have anything in the works just yet, but I'd like to. I'd like to.
Well, good.
But thank you. Thank you for all the kind words about the stream. I had a blast. I wouldn't change a thing about it. It went so organically and wonderfully that and we raised so much money for Karen and for Turtle Boy, and I'm really grateful for that.
Well, we're grateful for you. You mean a lot to us, and we all respect you, and we all love you, and just keep on doing what you do, Will, because what you do is meaningful, and it means something in life. And in life, it doesn't matter what our paths are. It's what we do each day to make ourselves better. And you're inspiring, Will. You really are inspiring. So just hold on to that.
Thanks, Dina. That means a lot. I appreciate it.
And feel better, my dear, my favorite.
I'm getting there. Y'all are helping.
All right,
for sure.
I'll let someone else call in.
All right, Dina. Have a good one. Thank you.
All right. Good night, Will.
Good night.
Call from
Gene.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Oh, hi, Will. It's Jean.
Hi, Jean from Dorchester.
Yeah,
Hi, Jean from Dorchester.
I'm just calling because, dude, after I didn't see you after New Year's, I was like, did he check himself into like rehab or something?
No, man, I drank that one bottle of scotch, and then I fucking.
You had gummies after gummies. You were eating them like they were like a little candy.
Oh, the mushroom ones, yeah. That was funny because like I was tripping and playing with Mike, and she was killing me with that shit. I was dying laughing. I had so much fun. It was so much fun.
Nurse, I'm telling you, Kim was on fire that night. I could not stop laughing. She was hilarious.
Yeah, she's a blast, dude. Yeah.
Such a blast. But
And
I had a
Melanie up
bunch
here
of
was
people.
just so much
Oh,
fun. Turtle Boy and
Melanie was
Meredith.
fun. They were hilarious. Oh my God, it was
Yeah.
such a. I just wanted to tell
And
you,
Esty was up here too. And then there was the
Esty. I
whole
know.
the she was like,
Take your shirt off.
no, the lip syncing that she was doing along with I think it was Nurse Kim who was, or Auntie Deb.
Oh my God.
And Auntie Deb was
Deb.
brilliant. Yeah.
It was.
Auntie
It was
Deb
like.
brilliant.
It was so much fun. I had a blast. I had a bunch of people over. We were watching you guys. People that didn't know who you were. I'm like, we gotta watch him. I love this dude. But
Yeah,
dude, we had
I
a good
mean
time.
that 12 hours was easy, dude. It was easy.
Well, towards the end, it was getting a little rough. You know.
I
It was-
yeah, like I was just really glad that like the way that I pictured how to manage it in my mind.
Yeah.
Like, you know, time it
You-
with the
you
scotch
wished it
and
into
with the
existence.
mushrooms.
Yeah.
All that timing turned out like just on point. Just
Yeah,
it was
the
beautiful.
anxiety of it, and then everything happened, and it just kind of fell in place. It
Yeah,
was meant to
like,
be.
and all of the guests that called in, like, I mean, LV cops talking
Yeah.
to Jen and Jen Root and Mizzy.
Everyone. Yep. The only one we couldn't get on was LTL because he was having problems getting the link or something.
Yeah, I sent him a link. I sent him a link at like 12:50 p.m. like 10 to 1. I sent him
Yep.
a link.
I
And,
think that now it should be a tradition, and I think
when they
like
started the stream at 2 p.m.
yes. I think it should be a tradition every year now. You know, like rocking New Year's Eve and New York
know,
and stuff like that.
when-
It should be definitely like the Glares New Year's Eve bash or something.
That
you know,
that might just happen. That might just happen.
that would be a blast.
Yeah.
And when we're all 90 and still smoking cigarettes, we could celebrate New Year's Eve with Will.
I mean, it's fun, man. It's fun.
It was. It was a good time. You did a good job. Everything fell in place. It was hilarious. It was
It
really.
did. It all
It was
came
a great
together.
distraction. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Great
and
distraction.
Tom being the first one, it was funny because I was just like, fuck, man. Like there was stuff that I wanted to do on my own before I started bringing guests on. But I didn't relay that to Tom, you know, frankly. I didn't really relay that to anybody. So Tom was backstage, but it just turned out that it was a great way to kick off the show.
It really was.
To have Tom on there, and we had a great banter and we had a great conversation, and then Boston Mike joining was fucking even better, and it was just super fun. And then when Nathan joined, it was just like,
Nathan was awesome. Nathan was awesome. It's just such a great group of people. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It was really a great good people, nice talk, laughing. Everybody with kind of the same sense of humor. It was just such a good time.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, and the Reeds are incredibly grateful for all of the donations. I can tell you that for sure. I can tell you that.
Yeah, definitely.
They are absolutely grateful. I assure every single one of you who donated that they are grateful for each and every donation.
I know they are. I know they are. And, you know, I'm just hoping with everything that's going on and Josh Levy leaving and, you know, I just want this shit to be over so bad so we can just like, I just want to see the right people go to jail and just sucks. But, you know, onward and upward, right? Positive thinking. 2025, baby. All right, well, I just wanted to say thank you for that. Happy New Year. I'm glad you're here with us and still with us. I was worried about you, Will.
I mean, yeah, well, it's going to take a bit more than a flu.
Dude, you are so funny. You are so funny. I don't even think you know how funny you are when you get started and that laugh. And then with the shirt off, dude, I was in stitches. I was in stitches.
I can't believe it. Fucking somebody donated
then
5
people-
G's to make that happen.
And then Nurse Kim's like, okay. how
Why
much
would I not
can
agree to
get?
that? Like, think about it. Who the fuck thought that somebody would fucking donate 5 G's? You know,
Oh,
in
Nurse
10
Kim was
minutes.
trying to get more money for the bottoms. She's like, how much will you donate for the bottom part?
No, why would I not agree to that? Like, I didn't think it would fucking happen. There's no way that would have happened. And it fucking happened. I was like, what the fuck?
I said in the comments, but you didn't see it, obviously. But I said, next stop, OnlyFans.
Next stop, OnlyFans. Hold on.
Imagine how much money you can raise for Karen Reed on OnlyFans, Will. You should give it a shot.
No. No.
Couple
Not
of
while-
gummies, you'll be all right. Just
Not while my
get
mother's
high
still
with-
alive, anyway.
She won't know. She won't know about that. We won't tell her. All right. Well, you have a good night.
All right, you too.
All right. Bye.
Gene from Dorchester.
Call from.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
What's up?
What's up?
Got food.
No. Who is it?
Crazy Brazilian.
Crazy Brazilian.
Really?
I can barely hear you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Can you hear me
yeah.
better?
It sounds like you're far away.
Oh, hold on. Let me put my phone on the speaker. Can you hear me better?
We can hear you better, Crazy Brazilian lady.
Hey, I see you 12 hours that day.
You stayed for the whole 12?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, I stayed 12 hours with you that day.
That's awesome, man. That's crazy. A lot of people did, man. I couldn't believe that. I couldn't believe that we held on to like 12 or like 2,000 people strong for like a while, man. Like hours and hours. It was crazy.
My house was spotless because I put my headphones in and I just listened to you guys and it started cleaning like a crazy Brazilian lady.
Crazy Brazilian lady. Look, I'm your Ryan Seacrest. Ryan Seacrest. That is nice. That is nice.
So,
That's a nice
I
compliment.
have everybody keeping saying like want to know what's wrong with Crosty's problem. Like why she's always acting the way she does. I figured out.
Who are we talking about?
Krusty Pennies.
Krusty Panties. Okay, Krusty Panties. What about Krusty Panties? Why she is what?
I figured out why she's so acting the way she acts.
Okay, you got Krusty snowed. Let's hear it.
She sits there, scratch and sniffing all day, and
Scratch
then
and
she get high
sniffing.
from her. Yeah, and she get high from her Krusty.
From her. Wow. So, your theory, Crazy Brazilian lady, is that she scratches sniff her coochie and she get high from the fume from her smelly coochie. And that's why she act the way she act, because she high from the fume from her smelly coochie, from a crusty
Yep.
coochie.
Yeah.
Well,
You're
this live
crazy.
stream has officially taken a hard left turn into the deep projects of Brazil, like those, like where the houses are stacked on top of each other, and Vin Diesel is running from the rock, like that. That's where
Yep.
this just went. This
Yep.
just went there. Thank you, Crazy Brazilian lady.
I hope you have a good night. Hey, one more thing.
Okay.
Tomorrow everybody should dress. I wish if I live closer to Dedham, I'll be on the standout. But I'm 2.5 hours from it. I can't make it. Everybody
Okay.
should dress very warm. Right now it's 11 degrees with wind chill, -8. It's gonna be very cold tomorrow.
Yeah, it's already getting cold here, man. It's gonna be snowing and shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okie
the
dokie.
next tent. Oh, it's on this side. Yeah. That's the best I can do it. It's just the eagle with a snake and shit, man. All right, crazy Brazilian lady. Good
Have a good
and
night.
thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Call from
Scott.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, Will, Scott, what's going on?
What's up, Scott? Is this my mod,
Nada.
Scott?
Yes, it is.
Oh, what's up, buddy?
No,
Scott.
great show for the first.
Oh, right on, man. Right on. Thanks, buddy. I had a blast.
Yeah, it definitely was a blast.
Yeah. I'm really really grateful that everybody joined.
Did you catch most of Melanie's show earlier today?
I caught some of it, not most of it.
Yeah.
But I caught some of it.
Some of it too because I was on an errand. But you know, after watching Proctor's testimony straight through for this, I guess, second time, you pick up on things that you didn't pick up on the first time.
Right.
You was everybody's so aggravated, and I was aggravated again watching this crap. But I mean, it's unbelievable listening and watching him lie his ass off in front of Bevel, and she's just letting it fly by.
And
which
and
just goes
listening
to prove.
And listening to Bev hold Lolly's hand was really interesting as well.
Yes, it was.
But yes, you're right. Like he was sitting there lying, and at one point, I even realized, Scott, how I was like, he's saying things like, "We did everything that I stand by how we conducted the investigation. We did everything. We followed the evidence. Blah blah blah." And I'm like, he must think that he's sitting in the trial for Brian Walsh because he did that with the Brian Walsh case, sure, but he didn't do it with the John O'Keefe investigation. That's for sure.
Absolutely. Well, it's just like when you tell a lie. If you tell it for so long and so many times,
you're going to believe
you
it.
actually start believing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just wanted to touch on something. I mean, I don't remember whose show it was, but it was somebody last week when the thing broke about Peter Murphy. And I've actually made those collars for trespass. All right. In order to make a trespass collar, you need a complainant. Okay. Now, if the church, being that, if I understand this correctly, maybe somebody can, put it into the chat. I can't see the chat because I'm on my cell phone. But from what I understand, Peter Murphy was parked in the church parking lot. Okay.
Okay.
Now, in order for him to be trespassed, according to Massachusetts state law, number one, he had to have been told previously not to be in the area that he was parked in. That's number one. Number two, you also need a complainant both times. You need an original complainant that filed a complaint or called the police to say he was parked there the first time, and then you need one the second time. You as a cop just can't turn around and go, "Oh, hey, I recognize that car. I'm going to write him a trespass summons." You can't do that.
That's crazy.
And
why a
it's
trespass
insane.
summons? Why a trespass
Exactly.
charge? Why not just a ticket? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like this was some sort of he was targeted. This was the law
Exactly.
being weaponized against him. Clearly.
Exactly.
I mean, you're a 25-year man in New York, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, how could this be anything other than that?
I really can't believe that they wrote him a summons.
And it
or
makes
an
me
appearance ticket at
mad.
that.
It makes me
I
mad on the
agree.
level the way that Dina, what she mentioned about his being on that wall inside the Canton PD itself for with accommodations. This is all overlooked because he's simply trying to hold the members of the Canton Police Department that are there now to a standard that he set during his career, that he set the example with during his career as a Canton police officer. And because he's holding them to that standard, they retaliate against him and they throw a petty trespassing charge at him.
Well, Will, I don't remember exactly who it was, but I believe it was a boss that did it. If somebody could write to the chat to you who it was, I believe it was a higher ranking boss than Pete was.
Wow.
So right then and there, that tells you something. Because first of all, a cop isn't going to write of his former boss a summons. That's number one. But a supervisor that was higher than him is going to do it. That's for damn sure, especially if he was one of the guys and he was well liked. And now he's pissing you off. He's making your life aggravating.
I wonder if it was
to work a protest.
I wonder if it was Rafferty herself or a direct subordinate of hers.
Exactly. I believe it was a lieutenant that I believe somebody said it was a lieutenant that did it, but I can't be 100% sure. There was one other thing. I don't know. Have you thought about how Jackson, Yannetti, Little, and the guy here from New York are going to approach this trial? I personally think that they need to change their strategy. I think they need to first start off by saying what reasonable doubt is, then go into Proctor and the lack of a proper investigation and spell out.
You know, Scott, you're not the
proper
only one that
investigation.
feels that way, and I can't say that I disagree. I only just reserve those kind of opinions as much as I can because I'm not an attorney and they're great attorneys. But the thing is I agree with you because this time around there's a different approach. They even have less of a case.
Yeah,
So that is a strength. So I agree with what you're saying, and I think we're on the same page here when I say that focusing on the reasonable doubt here would help them significantly even more with this case, considering the fact that, like I just mentioned, prosecution has even less of a case against Karen Reed this time around.
Exactly. I agree 100%. There was one other thing. Shit, what the hell was it? Damn, I can't even remember what the other thing was. Oh, getting over to Proctor now real quick. All right. I mean, this might burst a few people's bubbles, but I have seen cops go before trial boards, okay? Now, there's a big difference when you go before the trial board when it's administrative charges as opposed to criminal charges. Now, the way I understand it, Proctor only got hit with administrative charges. If that's the case, he may be just looking at another lengthy suspension, a loss of vacation days, a transfer back to patrol, writing parking tickets or writing speeders on the Massachusetts highways, all right? Because, I mean, just forget the union rules, okay? If you only got administrative charges and they're only hitting them with the text messages, it's conduct prejudicial to the good order of the department, okay? It's a slap on the wrist. If somebody's going to go after him, it's got to be the feds or it's got to be an outside agency for tampering with evidence, for perjury on the stand. And we know that Morrissey ain't going to hit him with perjury, even though he perjured himself on the stand.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, that's a fucking lost cause.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing is on one hand, Scott, you know, a third party culprit defense, you know, is the best chance of actually getting John O'Keefe actual justice. But
I agree.
You know, but a focus, you know, a focus more, a spearhead more towards pointing out the reasonable doubt is better for Karen Reed. You know,
that's what they got to hammer it. They got to hammer it home that he was not hit by any vehicle. End of story.
Right. I mean, they need to be able to do that. They need to be able to present those. I mean, because it makes no sense. That in and of itself is showing that Judge Bev is not acting in the interest of justice. There should not be any restriction as to the information that Michael Morrissey was under investigation by Josh Levy's U.S. Attorney's Office. And it's, the fact that the FBI investigated independently, that should not be held from the jury. The jury should know that. That is a fact of this case. And that, along with everything else that they discovered during that investigation, that absolutely lines up with the defense's third-party culprit defense. Yep. I mean, that it's a no-brainer. There's clearly something really shady going on here. And if the jury knew all the facts, she would have absolutely been acquitted. And Judge Bev knows this, because there's absolutely no logical reason why she would block that information. It makes no sense.
Yeah, if she was doing it for the interest of justice, she's there for one reason.
It's a fact of the case.
That Brennan's there.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a fact of the
Brennan's
case.
There.
You know,
Brennan and Bev are there for one reason and one reason only. And I've said this for months now. In my opinion, it doesn't matter if Karen is convicted. They are there to protect whoever actually assaulted and caused John's death. That's why Brennan is there, and that's why Bev is on the case also. That's it.
I totally agree. I completely agree. There's nothing about Hank Brennan's presence here that isn't totally fucking shady. Just Hank Brennan being hired for this prosecution and the way that he's been handling pretrial motions, what he's been focused on, is extremely telling as to what he's doing here. He's not here to prosecute Karen Reed. He's here to play defense against the McAlberts.
Yep, that's exactly it.
He's here to play defense and use defense attorney tactics in a prosecutor's role. That is what he was hired to do.
Exactly. All right, I'm going to let you get to the next caller.
Right on. Thank you, Scott. Always,
Have
Scott.
a good night. Yep. Talk to you soon, bro.
All right, buddy. Have a good one. And we love Scott. All right.
Call from.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, this is Emmett.
Who is this?
This is a 13-year-old named Emmett.
You're a 13-year-old named Emmett?
Yeah. I just wanted to call because I thought it'd be cool.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, Emmett, I am not going to continue this phone call because I don't think it's appropriate.
Yeah, that's fine.
But thanks for calling, buddy. Have a good one.
You're welcome.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Kids should not be watching this show.
Call from Charlotte.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Plevin's Boinkers.
Plevin's Boinkers. What's up, Plevin's Boinkers?
How you feeling, William?
I am feeling better than I did.
Yeah, I can
significantly better than I did yesterday. Yeah, that was.
Your eyes are open a little more than an hour earlier, so that's good.
Well, yeah, because that gummy wore off.
All right, there's a man in the chat named Jeff Williams right now, and I can't tell if he is pro Plevin, anti Karen Reed, pro John O'Keefe, and I just think he just needs to be addressed, and we just need to know like what his true feelings are. He's either a troll or he just doesn't understand what's happening.
Wow. Well,
that's all I have to say.
Yeah, Plevin's a troll.
Well, Plevin's a troll, yes, but there's a man named Jeff Williams in the chat, and he's either causing drama or he doesn't know what's happening. And I just wanted to say his name out loud on the phone because I think he should call in and talk to you.
What's his name?
Jeff Williams.
Oh, Jeff Williams. This guy. Yeah.
Jeff Williams, you're being called out. Jeff Williams, don't be a puss bag. Okay?
Jeff Williams. Yeah, he's being a tool in the chat. I noticed.
Well, he can call in and talk.
Yeah, I mean he could.
Yeah, tell him, Will, don't be a puss bag.
Yeah.
All right, I'll let somebody else call in. I've
All
been
right.
trying all night.
Sorry, I was
Good
distracted.
night.
I've got something else happening behind the scenes here that's kind of distracting, but yeah.
Oh, do you need me to just keep
No,
talking to you? And
No. You're good. You're good. I'm gonna
oh,
go
you
ahead
don't
and take
like
the next
you don't
call.
like when I'm talking to you?
I can't stand it. You said it, I didn't, and now I can elaborate. Go fuck
right,
yourself. I hate you. I'm
Thank
just
you.
kidding.
Boink boink.
Boink boink. She's amazing. She's amazing.
Call from
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Kathleen?
Kathleen? What's up, Kathleen?
Shut up. This is not even the glare. Shut the fuck up.
It's totally the glare. So I'm not going to shut the fuck up, okay? So how about that? I'm not
Stop. Dude, no. Dude. I'm from Boston.
Okay.
All right, south of Boston. Actually, right next to Canton. Totally involved in Karen Reed, and I think you're awesome. And I found you through Turtle Boy, and you're just amazing. So thanks.
That's awesome. Well, you're amazing. So thank you.
And I love Clubber, and I got a guy myself, and he's an adopted little pup, and he's amazing. So I'm totally a dog lover. So think you're great. So, anyways, I'll let everybody else call in. Can't believe I got through. Love you, Glary. You're awesome.
Love you too. Thank you so much.
All right. Peace. Bye.
Peace. Hell yeah, man. That was awesome. She was really sweet.
call from
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Justina.
I'm sorry?
Justina.
Hi, Justina.
I can't believe I got a hold of you.
Oh,
How are
you
you doing?
Kiss my grits. How are
my
you?
God. I'm doing good. I love you. I just wanted to say I love you.
I love you. Oh man, that reminds me of Brother Love. Remember Brother Love from wrestling? I love you.
I love you.
It's amazing.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, well, I normally talk like this, so
Wow.
I was just like that.
That fucked me all up.
My name is
Actually,
Arena, actually.
That was awesome. Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, she totally
But-
pulled. Actually, Chuck, this is my real speaker voice. Remember that shit? Okay, so
All right. Well,
all right.
I
so
just
you
want to tell
don't
you I love you.
you don't have a southern accent. Okay, right on.
No. I have a lot of accents I can use, but I picked that one tonight.
Well, I'm glad you did. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that thoroughly.
I've been trying to call you for months, so I'm glad I
Oh,
got through.
really?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I'm gonna let you go because I'm getting all shy and nervous and weird and stuff. So I'm gonna hang up because I'm looking at you and you're talking to me and it's weird. Okay, bye. Bye,
Okay,
Claire.
bye. Wow. Okay. I had to get another bang because I'm waiting on something here. But I'll keep taking calls. Bring on the calls. I'm willing to take more calls. I want to take more calls. All right.
Call from.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Hi, it's Piney Woods.
Hi, Piney Woods Lawn Crime.
How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. No worse than somebody who's just been kicked in the ass with a frozen boot.
Right? It was extraordinarily cold this morning.
Yeah, it was a little cold, a little chilly.
Yeah, terrible. Keep your pets inside.
Yes, got to keep the pets inside. Got to keep the pets inside.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we've taken in shelter dogs that had outdoor cages on weather like this. So, anyway, I think if you leave your pet outside, you better stay outside with them.
I agree.
My theory.
I totally agree. And what's funny is like he wants to be outside. He likes it. Like he was jumping around in the snow, man. When I first got him last year and it first snowed real heavy, he just jumped all around.
Oh yeah, my baby loves the snow. Yeah. I don't think she wants to sleep in it, but she loved it. She loved running around in it.
Yeah, I've got yeah, so people are wondering what's going on in chat. Yes, that is Aiden that is texting me, and I kind of can't wait. So that's if I seem distracted, that's why I'm doing that.
Oh no, you're fine. Do you need to go? That's fine.
No, I'm just saying I just waiting to hear of something back shortly.
Oh, okay. Well, I was calling just to mention that I think Proctor's going down. I don't know, but anyway, I mean, I think he's going down.
Scott was making a lot of sense, man. Scott was making a lot of sense. Like they, I mean, it could be anything, and they could just give him a slap on the wrist.
They might, but I think he's going to be made a lesson of. But I mean,
that's what we hope. I mean, I'm with you on that.
Right.
I'm with you as far as like I hope that's what they do, because it makes sense that they would do that, right? Like at any other, he would be. It would make sense for him to be the one to fall on their sword,
right.
For what he did during that investigation. But the problem with that is you know what I mean? Like the problem with that is I just don't expect the Massachusetts State Police to do much.
I
just don't have a lot of faith in them.
Yes, I totally agree because
I certainly don't expect Michael Morrissey's office to do anything about it.
Yeah, I mean, we want to expect the right thing because that's how we were taught. They're supposed to do the right thing. I'm just hoping that double reverse psychology, they make an example of him.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I don't understand what's going on in Mass. And I watched another case recently, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's Massachusetts. That's right around there. What's going on?" Where people are just, I don't understand what's happening.
Right.
But,
I mean, nobody can. This is the craziest shit I've ever seen.
It was Mass State Police too. It was that guy, that cop that killed his wife, and he was about to retire, and he was having an affair and all this kind of stuff, and he killed his wife and said, I think he was MSP. Anyway, he killed his wife and then said, "Oh, she killed herself." And I was watching this and listening to who the investigators were, or maybe he was a local cop and MSP investigated. I think that was it. And I mean, I'm scattered on the exact facts, but basically they took up for this guy until finally her family pushed really hard and they got him. But I mean, it could have been solved day one.
Right.
Had they done anything properly.
Well, right. They just didn't, because I mean, Proctor said so in his text messages. You know, what about the guy in the house? Nope, he's a cop.
Right. Oh, I watched
He's a
testimony
Boston
again
cop
today.
too. They didn't
watched-
even they didn't even question the witnesses in a proper time, man. Like
No.
they made absolutely no effort to actually investigate anyone other than Karen Reed. And he planted pieces of taillight. We know he planted pieces of taillight. So, I mean, it's just what it boils down to.
Well, watching his testimony again today on Miss Little's stream just got me so riled, because there's stuff I forgot. There was so much bad stuff that I think you were in shock when you heard something, so you missed the next thing. This is about the 4th or 5th time I've seen him, but it's infuriating. And what's worse during his testimony than him lying and obfuscating is Bev sustaining outrageously improper objections. And then
Right. Yeah. And overruling.
It's so frustrating.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I mean, she was just holding Lally's hand, like, yeah, Mr. Lally, it's your witness. You can ask it. Like, what, dude?
Well, and I think for any trial lawyer with any kind of experience, you're always, you're going to come across, I mean, every other judge is going to be not on your side.
Right.
But, I mean, and that's just how it is. But they're usually not unfair. I mean, they're usually just, yeah, I'm a little biased towards one side or the other. But a judge's whole job is to apply the law of evidence and to do it fairly. Those 2 points. That's it. That's the whole job.
And if you want to get technical about it, like if you really want to just like win that argument, like she should have recused herself in the first place. She shouldn't even be presiding over this case.
Oh, I think you and I have talked about that before. She most definitely should have recused. Even though, I mean, even if I accept what she says is true, and I've no reason to doubt it, and that she doesn't have a personal relationship with the witnesses, I still say under the rule of the
there's too much to question it. You know what I mean? There's too much for her to like deny it and just be like, and everybody to just be okay with it. Like there's too much.
Yes, and it's not necessarily impropriety or conflict. It's the appearance of it.
That's what I mean, right?
And that's what Mr. Jackson argued.
Yeah.
So
the appearance of it is enough. And the appearance is definitely there, right?
That's
the appearance
usually
is
why
definitely
most judges
there.
recuse.
Right.
Most judges recuse on an appearance of impropriety and not an actual frank conflict.
Agreed.
So, and Mr. Jackson, excuse me, I'm smoking a cigarette. Mr. Jackson.
And cigarettes and watching Captain Kangaroo. Don't tell me nothing to do.
I thought Mr. Jackson made an excellent argument. I couldn't understand when she came back and gave her ruling that she wasn't going to recuse. She just laid out facts that she didn't have any. That what she claims as facts, and I don't have any reason to not believe her, but she didn't have any direct conflict or knowledge of the witnesses. Well, that's not what he argued. She ruled on something that he didn't argue. He didn't say this, and this is true. He said this, and this is out there, and it makes you look like you're not going to,
Right.
And she came back and said, instead of saying that doesn't make me look improper, she said that those facts aren't true. And so she didn't even address the basis of his motion.
But it doesn't matter because, right, like the argument, like you said, the argument wasn't whether or not they were true. The argument was how it would look.
There's a sense, there's a reputation, there's a call in the public. Yeah.
It's just it doesn't look good. It's a bad look.
She's really balled up the appellate record with her sustaining objections without grounds, because the appellate court can't address them except on sheer volume. I mean, the appellate court can't say that sustaining of an objection was wrong because they don't know why she sustained it and what the grounds of the objection were to begin with.
Right.
And so the appellate record's a mess. You know, I was an appellate judge for a little while early in my career, and I can't imagine this record. It just makes my head hurt thinking about it. Them going over it. I mean,
it's just
how do you analyze?
I just don't see
an
how
objection?
Well, I don't see how Bev thinks that anything that she says that she's done looks on the up and up. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
I don't know how she thinks that. If she thinks that, she's not nearly smart enough to be a judge.
Oh, right. Right. I mean, it's crazy. Watching her, I'm just like, how in the fuck is she getting away with this? This is crazy.
But good lawyers like Mr. Jackson, Mr. Unetti, Mr. Alessi, they're gonna have to. I mean, the argument has to be, and the appellate lawyer, I forgot his name, but the argument is going to have to be the sheer volume of objections sustained, even before they're out there. Even her looking at him going, aren't you going to object or whatever? Just the sheer volume. Somebody had to go through and count those objections and the sustaining of objections and say she did however many hundreds of sustaining their objections. And just that's all they can argue, because no grounds are given, and all the appellate judges have to look at is the record, it's the trial record, and it's frustrating.
Huh. Yeah, I mean, it's just sitting here and waiting for this trial that we know is just a waste of time and money.
Oh, the
is infuriating, because we just have to sit here and wait for this to inevitably happen. And it's like we all know all of the reasons why it should not be happening. Not only just the fact that it shouldn't be happening, we are aware of all of the reasons as to why it shouldn't be happening. And we have to just sit here and wait for it to fucking happen. It's crazy.
I don't know when the Supreme Court's going to do their deal. I mean, their session is long over,
right?
And we got nothing. I don't know how it works there, but usually a few months is, a few months from the argument is when the decision comes.
Yeah, we got that's the Weinberg thing, right? So we still haven't gotten a decision, right? From Weinberg's arguments.
What I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're holding it. I don't know what's going on, but
I don't know either.
I clearly have no understanding of how the judicial system
and
works.
I guess, nobody's been talking about it, because, the trial's not till April. You know what I mean? So it's
right.
So nobody's really brought it up.
I don't think
because we just figure we have time for them to make this decision, but at the same time, it's kind of feels like it's taken a long time.
It's too long. It's too long in my opinion. But again, I have zero knowledge and have tried to understand Massachusetts procedure and law. I just can't.
Right.
It's weird.
It is weird.
But
it is weird.
Yeah, I think, but the resources being expended on everybody's part, on Miss Reed's part, on the Commonwealth's part, it's out of control. I mean, it's like nobody is paying attention to the bottom line. And the bottom line is, number one, justice and a fair trial. And number two, resources. Marshal your resources for something for good.
Right.
So that's just my opinion. After watching Proctor again and remembering all of the terrible things he said. Oh,
Yeah,
Oh my God.
I agree.
But anyway, I enjoyed your New Year's Eve stream, and that was fun. And I'm sorry you're not feeling well.
I'm on the mend. I'm on the mend, but
Okay.
yeah, it was definitely a nasty flu, man, that kicked my ass. Like I was, man, I was out for the count for days, man, days. Usually,
Oh, God love
I
you.
mean, I take good care of myself generally. You know what I mean? But I mean, what I think happened was just between going 12 hours, drinking the scotch. The shrooms had nothing to do with nothing. I do those all the time, but the scotch and my immune system working so hard to avoid, to produce antibodies for a fresh tattoo. You know what I mean? Like this, it my immune system just kind of wasn't ready for that the next day, and I got it. It kicked my ass.
Well, take Tylenol and lots of zinc and vitamin C, and drink lots of water. Just stay hydrated, and you'll get
Well,
past
I
it.
mean, the worst of it, I think, is over. I'm ready to get back to the gym. I mean, I even lost my shit at one point. Yeah, it just got to me so bad. Yeah, where like my anxiety got the better of me and everything, and just from just being fucking bedridden for so long, my mind just got the best of me. It was,
Oh, I'm so
um,
sorry.
but yeah, it's
Well, hopefully this year will. I sold my destroyed house, and so hopefully this year will go better.
well. I'm glad you sold your house. And yeah,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, well, 2025, I think it's going to be good. We just got to really hit the gas when it comes to support for Karen Reed. That's why I've got we've got the link pinned to the top of the chat. So if you're feeling generous, make sure. Um, and I'm grateful to
Oh well,
everybody
on
who
closing
donated
day,
last
I'll
time.
make another big donation.
Yeah, I mean, whatever anybody can do, man. It's like, when Nathan was up here, just, if it's just even $1, man, it's
Oh,
it
absolutely,
goes a long way,
absolutely. Well, you're a love, and I sure appreciate your streams. I just wanted to call in and express my disgust with Proctor's testimony and Bev's wild judicial discretion. I mean, she's, oh my goodness.
Yeah, she's wild. Yeah, agreed. Thank you so much, Piney Woods. It's always a pleasure when you call.
Oh, you're very welcome, and thank you. And y'all have a good evening.
All right. Happy New Year. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye bye.
Oh, here we go. Get it?
I think we got a super chat. Super chat. I think we got a super chat. Super chat. Super chat. Super chat. I think we got a super chat.
How dare you?
The Petty Paralegal, thank you so much. Bitchabiotics Fund, love you. Thank you so much. Bitchabiotics. Yes. So here we go.
Call from.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Hi, it's Cece. I called you, but it was a long time ago.
It's
You
who?
don't sound so great over the phone. You sound better on TV.
Oh, do I sound better on TV? Oh,
Well,
yeah.
because you said you sound more sick on the phone for some reason.
Do I sound more sick on the phone? What do you mean I sound more sick on the phone?
More congested. I'm worried about you. This
Oh,
stuff
my
is going
God.
around everywhere, even where I'm
Don't-
at, and you got to watch out. It could be RSV virus. It could be, I don't know, all kinds of
Don't
viruses
worry
going
about
around.
me, baby.
Your immune system got down because you were up
Don't worry
all those
about
hours.
me, baby.
Yeah, well, I am worried about you. You're about probably the age of one of my kids, so I'm sorry, but I'm a worry wart. But I just wanted to let you know that stream was the most awesome stream I have ever seen, and I wish we'd have got to see it all. because YouTube cuts you off at 12 hours.
It ain't nothing but a thing,
and they
baby.
cut you off.
It ain't nothing but
Yeah.
a thing, baby. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, are you
No,
gonna,
it was fun, man. Like it didn't feel like 12 hours. It was great. I had a blast. Had a good time. I would totally do it
Do
again.
you have what YouTube cut off? Because Auntie Deb, I watched her, and she showed the part where Esty was acting like a librarian,
Yeah,
and
shit
you
was
were
funny as fuck.
cracking up, and that was
It was
so
hilarious.
funny. Oh,
Yeah.
that was so funny. But I don't know if that's all that we missed. If there was any more, we'd love to see it, I'm sure. And I really appreciate that last caller too, that judge.
Yeah,
I mean, she's so right.
Piney Woods Law and Crime is brilliant, man. She's awesome. Always really helpful.
Yeah. Well, I agree with her. You know, like I was rewatching Nick Storrow. He's a lawyer out of Sweden, and he was watching for the first time the hearing that we're going to see the continuance of tomorrow, and you're going to cover that, right?
Yeah, we're gonna watch that, and that brother counsel guy is actually gonna do a live stream and cover it too. So if I wasn't covering it, I'd be watching that. And I don't know, maybe Melanie Little is streaming it as well. But you know how it is. We'll be streaming.
I don't know that he does any streaming. He does like a summation, sort of like Lawyer No.
No, but I'm telling you, he's got one scheduled. Brother Counsel has a live stream scheduled to cover the
to cover it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and I saw that you're gonna have what's their names? One guy's out of New Orleans. I'm from New Orleans. That's why I know about him. What's their name? You had him on trying to teach him about the trial. Dang it, Monty and something.
Yeah, Hannibal and Monty.
Hannibal and Monty. I couldn't remember Hannibal.
Yeah, I got. We're doing part 3 on Wednesday. Doing part 3 on Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
I really enjoyed him, guys. I when you mentioned a long time ago that it was one of your favorite streams, I went to check him out, and I guess Monty's the one that's in New Orleans, and so I can relate. Just listening to him, it makes me feel like I'm back home. But I wanted to also say that Auntie Deb, I'm worried what she's going to do about this doctor. She seems to be holding Brennan's hand like she was holding Lally's hands. When I rewatched it today, she was siding with him and stuff, trying to get Dr. Russell out. But you know what? The main thing, and I appreciated you and Melanie and Nurse Kim all talked about Dr. Stonebridge. And I don't know, I've never done boxing. I know the big long bag is, I think that's a punching bag. But what do you call the one that looks like a little, it's usually red. It looks like a head. I don't know if you know anything about boxing, but how they punch on that, hit it in the front, then left, right, left, right, left, right. I mean, Dr. Stonebridge, they did not cross-examine her, and they don't need to cross-examine her to disagree, but to emphasize the things that she stated and to what killed Officer John O'Keefe. It was not a car. It was not a car.
It most definitely was not.
And you said it, and you agree with Melanie and them. It made my heart feel so good, because I'm the one that called you a long time ago and had a talk about Dr. Stonebridge. And I just think a lot of the jury did not pay attention to her. They worried more about that tattoo on her arm and her green lacy dress. And, they didn't pay attention.
Right.
Because if you'd have paid attention, you'd know he was beat.
Yeah, for sure.
He was pulverized.
For sure. All right. Hey, listen, I've got to cut this call short because I just had an update here that I'm going to share with everyone. I've got a big surprise for everyone, so I'm going to cut this short. All right. Have a good one. Thanks for calling in.
I'm going to turn the volume on. Okay. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Take care. And take a lot of vitamin C.
All right. Will do.
All right. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. Okay. So we've got a little bit of a development here, folks. Now, so what I've got here is an affidavit that I was just sent by Aiden, Turtle Boy. This is what was going on behind the scenes here. He said, stand by. I've got some stuff I'm going to send you. And I'm trying to get some approval to be able to share it. So I said, okay. And here he's let's see. Nice. Okay. So this is an affidavit of someone named, hold on, because I can't hold on a second here. I can't pull this up. Let me see if I can't do this. I've got it. Let me see if I can't email it to myself. No. Okay. All right. Let's do this. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to find the best so that I can read it out loud while I'm sharing it here. Oh, fuck. No, I can't open it that way. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to have to hold on a second, guys. What's up, buddy? What's up, baby boy? No, but I couldn't read it. All right. All right. Hold on a second. Just 1 second here, folks. All right. So I'm waiting on this stuff. Because it's interesting developments here. So this is an affidavit from someone named Mary Bagwell. Okay, and this is involving Aiden's case. And let me go ahead and read this. It says here, my name is Mary Bagwell. I live in Mansfield, Massachusetts, and I work in the finance and accounting industry. I am also a single mother of two sons, 17 and 29 years of age. I was introduced to Lindsay G, fake victim, through a mutual friend. June 18th, 2024, Lindsay audio called into our group messenger chat. She had her 3 kids in the car with her. She started screaming and yelling at a group of guys in a car that were coming down a one-way street, and she was trying to go up a one-way street. What? She ended up stopping the car in the middle of the intersection, pulling a knife out and threatening them. She abandoned the kids in the car. She yelled out their license plate number, and then she got back in the car. I said, Lindsay, you just abandoned your kids in the middle of an intersection and pulled a knife out. She told me to calm down. The kids are fine. All of us were in shock. We all got quiet. Holy fucking shit, dude. Are you guys like hearing this shit right now? Oh my God. What is wrong with this woman? So this is a sworn affidavit from someone named Mary Bagwell, okay? And she's going to testify to this shit. June 28th, 2024, first protest I went to, I met Lindsay and the other protesters at the Tahiti restaurant. Lindsay came out of the bathroom, said Marion came over to me and gave me a hug. After a few minutes, we all got into our cars and headed to the protest area. July 2nd, 2024, I met Lindsay and other protesters at our usual protesting area prior to me meeting them. I got lost. I asked a Dedham police officer for directions. I found my way. I walked past Aiden Carney. He didn't notice me. I then walked across the street where I saw Lindsay, and I told her I just saw Aiden across the street. She said, why the fuck is he here? Is he violating the restraining order? I said no. He's far enough away. He's not in violation. Her reaction surprised me because she seemed very angry he was there and showed no signs of fear to me. A little while later, I heard the jurors were heading back to the jury room to deliberate, so we all made our way back to our cars. Lindsay drove me from the Tahiti restaurant to the protest area, so I rode back with her. As soon as we got into the car, Lindsay started saying, I can't believe Aiden showed up. He has a lot of fucking nerve, and that she was so pissed at Tully for lying to her about promising to make sure Aiden wouldn't get her whole contents of her phone just when he was entitled to. Just what he was entitled to. So that's interesting. As soon as we got in the car, Lizzie started saying, I can't believe Aiden showed up. He has a lot of fucking nerve, and that she was so pissed at Tully for lying to her about promising to make sure Aiden wouldn't get her whole contents of her phone, just what he was entitled to. She said, I never would have agreed to hand my phone over to them. I told her I was sorry that she was going through this, but everything will be okay. She started yelling, no, it won't be okay. My kids' birth records, school records, doctor contacts, pictures, all my personal private stuff he now has. She started talking about the night her and Aiden fought. She said Aiden took notes in a notebook from her phone, and when Aiden wasn't looking, she ripped the pages out of the notebook, put them down her shirt. She said Aiden noticed the notes were gone and asked her what she did with them and to give them back. Okay, now this is interesting, folks. So if you're not following along, this is this Mary Bagwell person, and what she's claiming that this is Lindsay's account of what happened the night that she claimed that Aiden abused her. Okay, so this is her account. This is Mary's account of what Lindsay told her. Okay, and so far she's saying that Lindsay told her that she ripped out these pages from this notebook, stuffed them down her shirt, and then Aiden looked at the notebook and noticed that the pages were missing because Aiden was taking notes in the notebook. She said she ran into the bathroom and locked the door and called Ken Mello, but he didn't answer. She said Aiden didn't push her on the couch or assault her. Wow. He was just grabbing at the papers. I told her, you need to tell the truth. She said, I have to stick to what I have already said. At this point, she was screaming and crying, so I told her to calm down. I gave her a tissue and told her to wipe her face. I felt so bad for her. Listen to that. People, right there, she's admitting to have lied about Aiden assaulting her. Which tracks. It absolutely fucking tracks with the type of person that we have known and seen her to be. This isn't surprising, folks. Now, is it a bombshell? Yeah, it's a bombshell because it's like, okay, now somebody is fucking testifying as a witness saying that she admitted to lying about this. But the fact of the matter is this is not a shocker to anybody because we heard her fucking behave the way that she did on that recording. We already know that this woman is completely and totally fucked up. Like this is una gran puta. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what it's trifling bitches 101 with her. She's the poster child for it. Trifling bitches 101. That's what this Lindsay person is. And we know it. So, like, she lies about this, and this Mary Bagwell person is like, you need to tell the truth. And this is her own friend. This is somebody who is a Turtle Boy hater herself, supposedly, or at least at the time was. But this is somebody who's at least being honest and telling the truth. This is somebody who has nothing to gain by doing this other than sleeping well at night. And here she is in a sworn affidavit stating that stating that Lindsay Gattani told her that she lied about Turtle Boy putting his hands on her, pushing her on a couch. Let's read that one more time. She said she ran into the bathroom, locked the door, and called Ken Mello, but he didn't answer. She said Aiden didn't push her on the couch or assault her. She said Aiden didn't push her on the couch or assault her. He was just grabbing at the papers. I told her, you need to tell the truth. She said, I can't. I have to stick to what I have already said. At this point, she was screaming and crying, so I told her to calm down. I gave her a tissue and told her to wipe her face. I felt so bad for her. I didn't know what to do. She seemed like she felt bad for what she did. Over the next few days, I tried to support and encourage her and told her I know it's hard being a single mom because I'm a single mom too. On July 8th, 2024, both Lindsay and I were at a pool party, and she showed up drunk and disheveled with her kids. I observed half a bottle of wine was already gone. She shoved it in the tote bag. There was 3 times my son Jacob saved Lindsay's kids from drowning in the pool. She was thankful to him. She even gave him $20 for helping her. On July 16th, 2024, Lindsay called me, told me how court went with her kid's father. I brought up the concerns I had of her drinking and driving with the kids and the knife incident. She started yelling at me that I better watch myself, that she will come after me. I started to distance myself from her and everyone else in the group. Jesus Christ, dude. September 23rd, 2024, Lindsay and I talked on the phone. I raised concerns again about her drinking and driving with the kids and the knife incident. She started screaming at me, calling me a bitch and to not worry about my own fucking kids. She said, I better stop talking, that you don't know who you're fucking with, and I will come to your house and beat your ass in front of your kids. Dude, all of this shit tracks. All of this shit tracks. December 10th, 2024, Lindsay called me 8 times from a block number, the 8th block number I answered. She was screaming and yelling and threatened to kill me and that she would rip my fucking head off, come to my house, and murder me and my kids. Do you understand me, you stupid bitch? I called 911 and 2 police officers came out to my house. At the recommendation of Officer Kelly, I went to the courthouse that day and got a harassment prevention order against Lindsay Gattani, and it was granted. December 24th, 2024, the harassment prevention order was extended for a year. The threats of murder made by Lindsay Gattani to my children and myself has greatly affected us, and I am in constant fear of my children's lives and mine. Dude. That's fucking wild. Now, I'm waiting on something else possibly, but I'm not sure. Yeah, so here is what I was just reading, just so you could see for yourself. I mean, this is just crazy. Give me just 1 second. I have to step away from just a moment. Okay, sorry about that, folks. So yeah, that came to me at the last minute. I wanted to share that with you guys. Crazy shit, right? Crazy shit. So this is a person's sworn affidavit, somebody who was kicking it with her. And she joins this call. She fucking is drinking and driving with her kids in the car. What's Turtle Boy saying here? It will not be Judge Pomerol tomorrow as he has the day off. It will likely be Judge McCallum, who sent me to jail and granted the order. Wow. That's not good. But I mean, hopefully this judge hears this shit. This is fucking crazy. Dude. Like, she pulled out a knife on somebody, dude, with her kids in the fucking car, dude. Like, she pulled out a katana blade on somebody in traffic with her kids in the car. That's totally what she did. She's out there fucking wielding a fucking katana blade at people in public with her kids in the fucking car, dude. Like, I don't understand how anybody is like questioning her full of shitness at this point. Like, I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, you could fucking hate Aiden like as much as you want. How can you deny that this person is full of shit? Circumstances have changed, though. Last year, the charges were still filed. They have since been dropped, and I have had no contact with her. Right. I know, Nick Rocco. It is it's cute. We also have a witness who says she told her that the assault never occurred. Yeah, I mean, that was crazy. Like, so this woman, Mary, says that she told her that it never fucking happened. And that she has to stick to her story because she already did it. She already said it, so now she has to stick to her story. That's what she said, according to this witness in their sworn affidavit. Unbelievable. Yeah, so Aiden, what time is your hearing tomorrow? Because I'm hoping this Dr. Russell thing doesn't take all fucking day. But either way, yeah, I'm gonna go over it, find out what, I mean, that's what we do here. So, but obviously there's gonna be some shit to come out. Okay, so yours is on at the same time as Karen's. All right. So we'll switch back and forth. Or maybe I'll just cover yours. I mean, so many other people are doing Karen's. I don't know. I'll decide at the last minute. But I'll see if I can't get a Zoom link for it. Oh, there's no Zoom link when it's her, right? I forgot about that. When it's a fake victim hearing, I don't think there's a Zoom link. Right. Gotcha. That's right. Exactly. Thank you, Cherry. Yeah, it's they give the phone number, but they never log on to the phone number. So and rely on Grant's tweets. We'll check in with Grant's tweets while we stream Karen's Dr. Russell hearing. But we're gonna keep updated on that. All right, guys. Guys, thanks again so much for hanging out with me. I definitely feel better. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. I had a blast. You guys are amazing. And it's not because it's domestic violence. They filmed last year's hearing. Karen's might attract the cameras this time. Okay. Karen's hearing might attract the cameras this time, right? Yeah, Grant will tweet. Like we'll pay attention to the updates. But guys, I am wrapping this up. It's been 3.5 hours. I'm real tired. I'm hungry. Clubber needs to go out. He's been such a good boy. Guys, you guys are absolutely fantastic. Thank you guys for all the support. Thank you guys for hitting the like. Please make sure to do that. And make sure to subscribe if you're not already. And if you're new subscribers, I hope you're enjoying the channel. We got a lot coming up. We got tomorrow, we got Karen Reed's Dr. Russell voir dire hearing. We got the rest of that going on. And then we've got on Wednesday, we've got Hannibal and Monty part 3. And that's going to be interesting because we're going to talk about Turtle Boy. Turtle Boy has entered the story at this point after 2 long streams explaining the John O'Keefe, Karen Reed case with Hannibal and Monty, we're now going to enter into the Turtle Boy aspect of the case. So that's going to be interesting. But guys, you guys are absolutely fantastic. Seriously, I am so grateful to all you guys. I had a blast, as I always do. And guys, I love you very much. I'm gonna wrap this up, and we will do this again very soon, my friends.